More.
Oh yeah, we
Well, yeah, let's let
check,
him
check,
power.
mic check.
Let's give it
Mic
up, man.
check,
Let's
mic
do the
check.
intro.
Mic check.
Mic check 1 2. Can y'all hear us?
Yeah, it's on, goddammit.
Greatest podcast on the planet, man.
Hey, while y'all coming in, share this shit to your lame ass friends that don't know no better than to watch.
Damn.
Share this to them right now.
Just qualified all their friends right off the rip.
Hey, Kraig. Also, too, man. Let's give it up. To hear, you probably don't know this. It's our 1 year anniversary.
1 year.
1 year anniversary,
Hey,
man. What up?
1 year, man.
1 year, man.
1 year. You know what I'm saying?
That's congratulations,
Oh,
man.
Take a
we
shot
might-
for
we
that,
have to take a
man.
shot
Let's
for
get a
that.
shot. Everybody got something. Pour something in
Yeah.
the cup.
I got
1
this.
year, man.
Shots for this shit.
I talked about doing this show for a damn year before I actually did it.
Yeah, man.
Put the
Crazy.
seed in the
Yeah.
ground, man.
That's crazy.
Congratulations.
You go by quick.
It go by quick.
Yeah.
I remember when Brandon first reached out to me about doing the show. He's like, I want to do. He got a homeboy that's openly gay, right? Cool. I never met him, but I heard a lot of good stuff about it. He's like, man, I want to produce a show, and I want it to be you and my openly gay homie. I didn't call him back
said
in
he's a
3
Trump
months.
supporter.
I'll be damn, nigga.
Hey, no, this one was right. Well, no, remember when I first. hey, when
Where would that nigga sit at in here, dog?
On you?
No, shut. That nigga want Dozie's seat with no seat on it. I want the seat with no seat.
It would get weird when he start bringing his boyfriend. Like, oh, my nigga.
Hey, you know what it
what
was?
the
So
fuck?
I didn't know who Kraig was. There's some guy was like, oh, I know a guy that does comedy.
Right.
And I'm trying to pitch this podcast to all these people. And he gives me his number. I just cold text him, and I just send him this long ass text. He doesn't respond.
Nigga said a paragraph.
I text Kraig back. I'm like, hey man, are you there?
I want you to co-host and share one mic with my gay homie.
And this is what this nigga Kraig
Nigga
said.
said
Right?
2 niggas, 1 mic.
I text him back. I text him back. I'm like, hey, are you there? He goes, look, man. What do you want?
Kraig is too big. He was shopping for that hat when he texted you back. That's the problem.
So I told customer, so I text him, and again, I don't even know who he is.
Right.
I'm just like, I went to this podcast, and I didn't want to start from scratch. I wanted to somebody that had some type of notoriety and name. So I'm like, hey, look, man, I'm tired of this fucking job. I'm tired of having a fucking manager or boss, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, if you want to do this with me, we can build this shit to some shit. We don't have to never worry about going to work again. And he takes me and goes, hey, I respect that. And then we met up. And we met up maybe a month or something later.
Yeah.
But Kraig was like, you know how Kraig doesn't like people. He's like introverted. So he was like who the fuck is this guy? Analyzing this is some weird shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, hey, well, this is what it is. He's like, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, Dozie is here.
Hey, what up?
Man, che bukwano.
Hey,
What's up,
What's going
dog?
on? But that's
Hey.
funny. The gay dude and remember it was Billy.
Billy. Yeah.
And
Billy. Billy's talented, though.
Talented as
Billy
fuck,
can
man.
sing, rap,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Talented dude. He's shaped awkward than a motherfucker. Yeah, he that nigga got that.
Hey, I got a gift for y'all, man. On the
You got a
real.
gift? On
I
the
got a
1 year
gift for y'all.
anniversary.
Congratulations on the 1 year anniversary.
Oh,
For
shit.
real.
What's going on, man?
What is
we
this?
got Charlie,
That nigga got a bag of butt plugs.
He already popping off.
Wait.
You know, the nigga got 600 jokes loaded and ready.
Oh shit,
saying?
Charlie, man.
His vision statement is to provide a platform for clear expression and creativity while empowering and edutaing the world, man.
Oh, that's dope. Put it to the camera.
Yeah, man,
That's the
look at
vision,
us.
man. That's
We
the
in
vision
here,
for the
man.
podcast.
Thank you, Charlie.
I
We got
appreciate y'all,
was this
man.
your book?
Oh, it's just a book. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, this nigga Charlie got y'all a book that's not named the Bible. That's some dope shit. He love y'all. He love y'all.
Wipe that mic off, nigga. You know what I'm saying? No, hey, but listen.
That
Hey, on
nigga
the,
Charlie got me some lotion.
yeah, nigga. For them, in between them fingers, nigga. Hey, but no, on the real, I honor and appreciate y'all, man. Y'all provided an excellent platform. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the entertainment business for a little while, man. And there's a lot of insecurity, a lot of weirdness. Y'all, this is probably one of the realest spots I've been at to use my gift, talents, and abilities, man. I really appreciate y'all, man.
I appreciate you, big
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
Appreciate
I want
all
to thank
y'all.
all you guys, man.
Shit, what?
All y'all, man.
I'm gonna go over the first time I met all y'all. Show, when's the first time I met you, bro?
I think it was at the studio, bro, with B-Down, my nigga.
Oh, with the homie B down.
Yeah,
What's happening, B down?
Yeah, so yeah, that was the first time. It was funny because
around that time, I was watching Roast Me, and then my nigga Govan was like, "Hey, yo, come through, bro. You got to see the shit that we was doing in high school. They doing it on a motherfucking platform." Yeah. And I saw you. I was like, "Hey, this nigga fucking talented. Who the fuck is this nigga? I got a bag with this nigga." Yeah. So I go to the studio. No, B Down calls me like, "Hey, yo, bro, I want you to interview somebody." That's when I had my radio station. Yeah. And then he was like, "Hey," I was like, before he spoke, I was like, "It's this nigga named Kraig Smith on Roast Me." And that nigga was like, "Nigga, how you know that nigga?" And you was in the studio and we spoke. Yeah. And then we met at the studio, my nigga, and then you came and did an interview on my radio station. Hell yeah. Damn. That's what's up. And it's crazy because I be like, when I was a kid, I was like, what did I say? I was like, this shit is all a dream. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like what you really put into it. Like, you really make your dream. Yeah. And your blueprint on life, on how you really want it to go. You got the same 24 hours as a Jay-Z or Beyonce. Yeah. It just depends on how you use it. Right. You know what I mean? That's and for me, I sacrificed my 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? To do what I really love doing.
Nigga had a good city job.
A city job. For 11 years. A city job ass nigga. Damn, dog. Working for LA City. Hell yeah. Like that, nigga. Yeah, you do look like Willie Manchester, nigga. From South Central, nigga. Shot J-Rod in the back looking ass nigga. I didn't know he was just a boy.
Yeah. I'm not going back and forth with Shot.
I ain't going back. I ain't fucking with Shot. He ain't been here.
Everybody just ignore that nigga. He put him fly like that. That nigga got 100 jokes.
I'm not fucking with an in-shape nigga with a fatter neck roll than me.
Now, if you think show in shape, you out of shape.
You already know.
Oh, yeah. That nigga got a Dr. Seuss shirt with 18 proofs of purchase.
Yeah, oh, my nigga. You can't be bombing. You been gone that long,
nigga. Go for 40 tonight. Go for 40 tonight.
Yeah. He about to go Iverson tonight, man.
That nigga throwing everything up right now.
You got Dewan next.
Dewan, how I met your big ass, nigga?
I met your sorry ass around the same time I met this sorry ass nigga right here. Like, it was like in the same couple month span. We was all new in comedy. At the Comedy Union, I was the nigga that was in charge of putting the list together and shit.
At the door, that nigga was an asshole when he was running that door. Oh yeah,
because I had to run the door, and security then go on stage and crack jokes. Oh shit! And then I controlled the lineup, like who went where. Then you have all these motherfuckers. Nigga, I want to go second. I got 30 people up in here. Like, right. So here come this motherfucker. You know, here he come. You know, and then he, but Kraig was funny as hell on stage. You know what I mean? I was like, who's this background singer from Color Me Bad walking up in here? You know? And to hear it was around the same, in that same probably month.
Yeah, I had just moved out here.
You had just moved from St. Louis.
2009.
Yep. And then that same month, you came down to the Comedy Union, and
I started comedy.
We all started comedy.
I remember my leg was fucked up, so when I first started comedy, I was on crutches. I used to have crutches everywhere for like the first couple months. Niggas thought I was sick or something. You know what I mean? I never forget that. So now I'm trying to remember when I met you.
It was we met at the Union. That was when you and I think you and Jade were either roommates or y'all was just always rolling tough. Yeah. Because I was like, oh, these niggas, they look like they about to start some shit. Because all I knew about LA was the shit I had seen on the movies and shit. So when I first moved out here, I was like, I thought of all the movies. I was like, I ain't moving to Inglewood. I ain't moving to Compton. I was like, all right, Hollywood seems safe. That was far enough. And not too far away from the good food and the barbershops, because that's a real thing too. So I met you and Kraig. You and Jade around the same time. I think it was at the Union for sure. And at the same time I met you, I met what was his name? Not Goose. London.
Man.
Gooch.
Yeah. Gooch was there with the big left foot.
Yeah, and then that was when Nichelle was still booking that up. Yeah. And she wouldn't fuck with me at all.
Nah, Nichelle fuck with me, but Gooch didn't fuck with me.
Yeah, Gooch fucked with me because I think he liked that I dressed like an old ass man too. So he was like, I see myself in you, young buck. But Nichelle, like I had a vouch from Tony Baker, from DC. She would not book me for
That's
shit.
how Spikey is with me. Mm-hmm. I done got 10 vouchers. He just, I ain't fucking with you, nigga.
That nigga called me randomly like 3 weeks ago. What's up, little nigga? How you doing? I was like,
Spike cool.
You alright?
Spike cool, but he will sell out for a broad in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
Several bitches on stage.
Well, listen, he can't fit all you niggas in that 89 Corvette. So it's either you want some pussy, nigga. He's gonna pick the pussy. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, nah,
I'm not mad at that.
Just when I blow, nigga, don't come asking for shit. Yeah. I'll shake your hand, nigga, but other than that, nigga, fuck it.
You know what that nigga told me?
What did he tell you?
I was at a jazz festival and I saw him. And I was like, Spike, man, why don't you ever book me for your room? He was like, nah, D, man, you liable to say, you funny in the motherfucker, but you liable to say anything. Yeah. I was like, nigga, I ain't getting booked because I might tell a joke that might offend some people. You ass you kissing, nigga. Hey, ever since then, I be like, man, I don't want shit from you, nigga.
Yeah. Nah, fuck you, Spike, but I love you. Yeah, that nigga. Nah, I love Spike. I'm gonna look out for him. I ain't one of them niggas that ain't gonna look out. Yeah. I'm gonna look out.
That nigga Dewan get mad when there ain't no clean plates at his house. I'm hungry.
This nigga, I was random than a motherfucker.
Charlie, how I meet you, Charlie?
Man, I was putting a show together, and I was like, man, let me reach out to this nigga, because I had just did a show. I just did my own show at the J Spot, and we sold it out. And I was scrolling through, same thing. I saw the nigga on Roast Me. I'm like, that's a funny nigga, man. I get in touch with him. And I reached out. I was like, man, I'm trying to do a show. The nigga, first, I sent this nigga a text. I said, I'm trying to do a show. The first thing he said is, how much, fam?
I don't know about the
Sound about right. Sound about right. Yeah,
right to the point. That nigga said, how much, fam? You know what I'm saying? Then I shot the number, met up with him, dropped the deposit. I said, look, let's just get money together. You know what I'm saying? And we did the show. We sold it out, and it was just like, it's been, from then on, it was just like, nigga put me in some of his shows and shit, the Big Head Kraig.
Yeah.
This shit, I'm really appreciative of it, man. It's not a lot of people who extend their platform. The nigga was right to the point. How much, fam? Yeah. All right, meet me here at this time. You know, just right on business. I'm like, these kind of niggas I like to fuck with. Niggas that's about business and money. Everything else, it's called show business for a reason, so.
Man, shout out to you small talking niggas. Stop all that shit, man. You want to do something, just get to the point.
Right. You can't prove to me how good of a person you are in a couple days, nigga. If you want to do business, just shoot the number. If I fuck with it, I do. If not, don't take it personal. But don't be asking about my mama and my kids and what college I went to and what neighborhood I grew up in. Because I don't give a fuck about you.
How much, man?
I'm just giving 100. It ain't because I'm being cold, but you can't care about everybody.
Right. That nigga opened up as soon as I walked up on him. I put a bill in his hand, nigga looked like, oh, okay, yeah, now we ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just the way it go, man. It's just, you know, I love everybody, but I can't do it interpersonally. I wish I could. What they oh man, appreciate you, CT Reed. Much love and respect, man.
A little lick.
That nigga wild.
Little jab.
This nigga right here.
He wildin'.
Doze, how I met you?
I met you right here on the show.
Oh man.
Yeah, right here.
Right on the
Long
show.
story short, Brandon was like, nigga, come through. We about to do the first episode. I had been, you know, I was a fan, but well before I had, you know.
Well, I was scared to do it.
Yeah, he didn't.
Brandon was terrified.
Brandon was terrified.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm like, nigga, come on, man.
I'm not doing it. I was on the freeway and I'm like, bro, I'm turning the fuck around.
I literally came through for moral support.
Yeah.
I wouldn't plan on being on
Didn't
camera.
I call you on the freeway?
Yes.
Yeah, I called Dozie on the freeway to the show.
I'll be there. I'll be there. Don't worry. So I was gonna sit over there and watch the whole thing. And he was like, "No, sit down." I bet. Shit. And I've been here since.
That's
beautiful.
I've been here since.
Yeah.
That's some wild
Everybody I meet, they be like, hey, you know, Kraig, like, yeah, how y'all met? Y'all niggas been cool for a minute. Nah, I met these niggas. I know Brandon for a long time, but I met everybody. They think that we've been friends for like years. I'm like, no. We all started. The chemistry started right here on the show.
Started here.
The chemistry is so dope though. So you think niggas know each other was 15?
Yeah.
What's that New York thing you said when you first? Because I was talking to Brandon about it. When you said the nigga look like he from New York when you first.
Oh yeah, he said that shit.
Oh yeah,
you said that because I had the small.
Oh yeah,
mustache.
New York niggas stay with the Pepe Le Pew mustache. I don't know what it is with them niggas.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, you did that to me like 2 seconds into the show, and I'm like, I feel like I've arrived. Hey, you fuck with me, you making fun of me already? Oh yeah, we good.
Yeah, New York niggas. Well, you know, everybody know they can't trust New York niggas outside New York. New York niggas are the scammingest niggas on the planet. Yeah,
Everybody know. Born and raised in Los Angeles, California. Gardena till I die.
I love New York niggas.
By way of Nigeria.
They be competing like a motherfucker. I love New York, man. All right, yeah, that's dope, man. I want to say I appreciate each and every one of you guys for contributing to the show, and hopefully I've contributed equal to you guys' career as well, man, because I want to see everybody I fuck with win, bro.
Sure.
This entertainment shit
Let's do the shot, bro.
a battle. Let's take this shot.
It's birthday time.
Also, make Duncan a mod for this episode. Just give it to Big Flash. Hey, we miss you, Duncan. Also, Duncan got food poison, y'all, so he couldn't make it today. He couldn't make it, man.
Yeah, Dunk.
Rest up, man.
Starts to you, Dunk.
Yeah, shout out, man. Bam, bam.
Man. Oh, shit.
Shit, how I do that shit on my phone?
Let the one do it. Just put up YouTube.
Let me
Pull
see.
up what?
Make Duncan a mod for this episode.
Oh, Duncan. Okay, yeah. I'll do that right now.
Oh, you can do it on your
phone?
phone?
Do it on mine, yeah.
Shit,
How can you make him a mod on?
That nigga hacked my shit.
Yeah, bro. How can you do that?
Get well
I'm
done.
alive.
Oh, there you go, man.
Don't you in there right now?
There you go.
These
That
niggas
nigga Dunk watching the show from the tub right now, nigga. Go ahead, log in.
That nigga.
Don't screenshot your motherfucking ass right now.
Hey,
Just
what you think Duncan's doing right now?
that nigga listening to Anita Baker by candlelight in the tub. Your mind, I fuck with Anita Baker, man.
Charlie be having the funniest scenarios, nigga. What a nigga doing?
What's Duncan's name in his? Hey, Duncan, text me your goddamn
Duncan
YouTube name, huh?
Duncan Peter.
Oh, okay, is that okay?
Is he on right now?
Yeah, he's in there.
Let's hop into the show, man.
Let's get it, man.
These niggas is stupid. They said I tried to scam you. We've been friends ever since.
Hey, when you the wrong type of smart, neutrality bothers you. When people are neutral on shit, because when you're the wrong kind of smart, you feel like people have to see shit your way. Mm-hmm. If they don't see shit your way, it's something wrong with them. Mm. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that's a trust issue, right? When a person doesn't trust themselves, how can I put it? So smart people need for people to trust them and see shit their way because they don't trust themselves, right? When somebody's the wrong kind of smart. And the wrong kind of smart person usually becomes what I call a partial hater. You ever deal with a partial hater? Mm-hmm. A partial hater is a person that wants you to win, right?
Partial hater.
But they want you to win so they can gain something from it.
Okay.
Right? A partial hater wants you to win, so the attention that it attracts and the people that come with you winning, they want you to win, so when the people come who fuck with your winning, they can badmouth you to those people. Because they're holding on to something that you did, either an argument or something where you guys didn't see shit the same way, and they're not telling you. So they want to get it off their chest that, yeah, Kraig or Tahir or Brandon, they good people, but the nigga think he right all the time. Don't you think Kraig think he right all the time? You know, partial haters, they don't want to stop you from winning, but they'll hate within the win. You know what I'm saying? They try to destroy everything within the win. Mm-hmm. I know it's a lot of niggas dealing with partial haters.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
A lot of you niggas bitches is partially hating on you.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Kraig, you got a funny little ass show. You got a funny little show.
Funny little show,
You got a funny little show, Kraig.
You telling your little jokes on your little podcast?
Funny little show. You know, they be saying goofy shit. Partial haters say goofy shit. And yeah, Kraig ain't no real gangster. You know, one time we committed a robbery, and that nigga drove the getaway car with his mouth on the steering wheel. Because the nigga drove with his mouth on the steering wheel, you know. Police found DNA evidence on the steering wheel. Yeah, that nigga. How you steer with your mouth?
Hey, you still
Nigga,
it?
all niggas?
How you know that?
Nigga driving no hands with his mouth. Oh, nigga.
Like an usher in church when they hit behind their back.
Come on, you trying to make a U-turn with your mouth, nigga?
You gotta whip it back fast.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Chuck.
Mike.
What's poppin'?
Bring the mic over.
But partial haters, man. How do you build an understanding with somebody that you love, but you feel may have something against you and they not saying it? How do you connect with somebody who you want their best interest at heart, but you know deep down inside they not telling you some shit that they want to tell you? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we deal with that dynamic with our children because we discipline our children and they haven't developed the cognitive reasoning ability to be like, hey, Pop, you know, when they 14, 15, Pop, you know, I'm going to clean my room, but, you know, I don't like the way you told me that.
Right.
They may hold on to shit and they may do other shit to buck up instead of telling you how they feel. So when you deal with people who aren't family, but you may have love for, how do you deal with unresolved tension where somebody doesn't have the courage to tell you what they don't like about you?
I feel like you got to step in it. I say it all the time that peacemakers are blessed, not peacekeepers. So I'm going to be a peacemaker. I mean, look, we all grown. We feel when there's tension between somebody and there's shit that they not saying. Why not just step into it respectfully in the right environment? I'm going to pull you to the side when nobody else is around so you don't feel threatened. And just really try to be diplomatic about it. Hey, I'm feeling, and I feel like nobody can argue with you with how you feel.
Right.
Hey, I feel blah, 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 blah. What do you think about that? I feel that you may think this and this about me. What's your thought on that? Only problem I have is when you look a nigga in the eye and you ask him some shit and he lied to you.
No, Charlie. We going straight. Nigga.
I didn't do that. Good. And then I'm going to ask you one more time. My nigga, listen, there's no cameras around. There's nobody else. It's just me and you.
It's just me and you. Just the two.
I'm like, nigga, what's going on? And if that motherfucker on the second try is just like, no, everything's cool. Now I got to put you in a different category. You're too close.
That's true. Like you'll be cool with somebody, and you feel that tension. We all got that sense,
right?
But they won't say nothing. You're right. You try to address it, and they skate around. That's the part that I have an issue with. If you have an issue, we have an issue. Humans ain't gonna get along from time to time. Yeah. I may see some shit one way, you thought something different, we had a miscommunication, we can get through that. But if you sit around and you have an issue, I did something that I'm not even aware of that I did wrong, and you don't, and I come to you saying, hey, what's up? And you snake around that shit and everything is good, but you still doing shit behind people's backs.
Right.
That's the weakest, slimiest shit ever. And fuck anybody in the chat room that does that.
Right. Most definitely.
Are we talking about actually doing shit like behind closed, like let's say being cool, like are we all good here and talking shit behind, or just having a problem with somebody and not addressing the shit?
Well, you know, I forget how much of communication words actually represent. You know what I'm saying?
A small portion.
8% of communication is verbal, but there can be things that people do, and sometimes they don't recognize that people are aware. It could be little things like you walk into a room and every time you walk out, a nigga walk in, that nigga walks out. He don't say nothing to you. Or it could be little things like, see, there was a scientific study, I talked about this a few months ago, where it shows that excluding somebody from something causes the same emotional damage as actual physical injury. Yeah. It actually causes the same chemical release in your body as being stabbed or shot or beat up if somebody excludes you from something. A lot of times people who are very malicious will purposely exclude you from things and thinking that you don't get the message. Right. You feel what I'm saying? It's almost like a coach when he has a star player that keeps being late to practice and he benches him. A real star player, that shit gonna eat up on the whole game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to get in the game, coach. You're not putting me in the game. Yeah. Now, a good coach is going to be like, look, Smith. Look, Charlie. You my nigga, but you can't keep coming to practice late, nigga.
Quit fucking up.
Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? But that's done purposely because the effects of being left out of something that you feel like you should be a part of will hurt somebody more in the long term than actually whooping their ass because it's unresolved. You was gonna say something to you?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think that you for the most part, we all have an acute sense of awareness. Like you can tell when it's something going on, right? Yeah, right. And like Charlie said, if you address it eye to eye, man to man, even step to the side, and the shit continues, or they try to like play it like it isn't what it is. Then at that point, if you continue to explore that relationship, that friendship with that person, you are agreeing to the terms of their behavior. Right. Because you know. So you are putting yourself in that position because one thing is that everybody wakes up to their own alarm clock. You know what I'm saying? Like, you matured early because of your circumstances. I did when I did it. You did it when you did it. We can't rush maturity on people. They got to go through something sometimes, or they wake up one day and they just got to figure it out. But if they were raised that way and their whole family acts that way, you're an outsider to them. So you trying to come directly to them it might not be a language that they understand and can reciprocate.
Right.
And if that's the case, you know, hey, no harm, no foul. I just remove myself from the situation because I know your actions and your tendencies, and I continue to be around you. I'm subduing myself to anything that follows based on my knowledge.
Great point.
So at that point, I can make an informed decision. Before we had that conversation, I'm just kind of going off of instincts and being like, oh, I don't know, it feel kind of funny. But after we talk and I know something for a fact and you lie about it, all right, now I'm informed. Now I can make a decision. I can feel at peace about the decision I made because I gave you an opportunity to come clean.
Right, I'm with you.
I always thought like respect has a lot to do with it. So if it's somebody I don't respect, I maybe just not have the convo at all. Because it's just like, what's the point? I don't even fuck with you anyway. So why am I wasting my time even addressing something with you that even after this convo, you're still gonna be who you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like.
So to me, it's more of a case by case, in my opinion. And also, if you're good at explaining yourself, some people aren't good at explaining how they feel to people, and it just turns into some other shit. Like if you have an aggressive personality, that convo may not go the way you're thinking in your head. It may not go that way when you're actually speaking it. You might just, tip them up or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to me, it just depends on the person. It depends on you, man, how your personality is to actually get your words across right.
That's a great point.
Some people aren't confrontational.
Right.
So like you're a confrontational person.
Yeah.
Like you have no. So it's like me. I'm more of a like, nah. Let's figure this out. I have no problem taking it there, but it's like that's not my first go.
Right.
So it's like, if I see there might be an issue, that's why I asked you. Like, we talk about somebody talking shit behind my back, or we just talking about somebody who has a problem with me to my face.
Well,
I mean, those are two different. I think you're not gonna approach them the same. Well,
I think it manifests differently. I think the smarter the person, the less they'll talk behind your back, and just the more they'll just act differently. They'll remove you from their space, or they'll position themselves to where whatever you do that affects them can't affect them. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I had a situation similar to that. Like over probably in December, I got one of my cousins, right? And so basically what it is with him is like he know what he did wrong. You feel what I'm saying? And instead of dressing me, my mom goes over to his house and he expresses how he feels to my mom. You know what I'm saying? Instead of telling me. Yeah.
All about this shit.
Yeah, I
know you talk about everything.
Oh.
What happened? Tell us what happened.
I hate niggas like that. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like that same conversation.
You don't hate your cousin.
No. I just hate the actions.
He's like, fuck family.
It's like,
so I'm stomping my cousin. That's really how I hurt my leg. I hurt my leg.
So it's like instead of talking to my mom, that same conversation you could have came to me as a man and we could squash it right then and there. It's like, bro, like after we had our conversation, nothing was resolved. But then it's like after the shit is already talked about, me and you talk. Instead of you having that conversation, me call me. It's like my mom is like, yo, man, he used to come over here all the time, but it's like sometimes niggas don't know how to respect you when they get older, or they don't know boundaries. You know what I mean?
That's deep.
Like, and they feel like you supposed to stick with them with loyalty because of history. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm like, nigga, I cut a nigga off just like I don't know a nigga.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? I give no fucks because if you can't grow right now, how am I expect you to grow later? You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Hey, that's good talk, man. Cause like,
can I ask you one question?
What's going on?
This cousin of yours is a wild boy though. Like he's. When I hear about the situation, I was like, oh, I wasn't shocked at all. Like, well, you known for popping off at the mouth,
right?
So this is like how he's saying, like, well, you deserved, like not deserved, but you accepted that relationship beforehand, right? Like, were you shocked when this shit happened?
The thing was, when you see how he is, like it was an online thing. You feel what I'm saying? So some people they say extra shit online, but they'll have the same conversation, and these words or boundaries won't get crossed. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, but then when you address them, like, yo, what's going on? And you know what I'm saying? It was like, but the thing is, I was never like this was like my favorite cousin. Like we ain't never had no issues, no beef, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he had issues with his own people or something like that. But me and him personally, bro, swimming pool, growing up, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Sandbox.
Yeah, sandbox.
He right there, bro.
Hey, you ain't on your piece.
Nigga said smart pool. I was about to go swing set. Nigga was about to say swing set, nigga.
I got a female cousin that's like a sister to me, right? And I love her with all my heart, right? You know, men, we debate. So a real nigga we'll get into a heated debate, and it may not be over at that point, but a day or two, I'm cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, if you have female cousins that you're close to, you forget that this is a woman. And you can't really debate with certain women like you do men because they don't let shit go.
Right.
You know, a nigga be dead wrong, but we'll stand on it because nigga, fuck you.
Right.
Sometimes it's just fuck you. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? But women don't really operate like that in the majority. There are no absolutes, but I say 80% of women don't operate how we do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this cousin, I had to realize I can't have her around bitches I fuck with because she always says little sly shit to me about me to the bitches. Because she's harboring a resentment for getting how much I love her, and she's acting like she doesn't resent me because we hang out and I love her with all my heart. But multiple bitches, she said little shit, and she doesn't think that I know. And I caught on because one of the bitches early in the game was like, you know, your cousin asked me, why do I fuck with you?
Damn.
And I'm like,
cold.
But I'm like, that's a woman, so I can't do her. I can't treat her like I would treat y'all.
Right.
But I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes a motherfucker will want you to win just so they could hate inside the win. You feel what I'm saying?
That's that. Like you said, is holding on to something. She's holding on to shit from the 80s.
Straight up.
And so it's just like people that got that little the backhanded compliments is another way they call it. You know what I mean? People that say some shit. Those are people that got their own resentment that they ain't doing they shit to the fullest.
Facts.
So they want to come. They don't want to come out and just be downright. It would be wrong to them to just come out and say "fuck you," you ain't right. So to get it, so it's cool in their own mind. They gotta give you that compliment.
Right.
That makes everything cool in their mind. Now I gotta cut you with the projection of what's inside of me onto you.
Right.
And that's how these motherfuckers act, man. So it's one of the things where you can't take it. You look at it, but you really look at it for what it is. You want to take it personal, but it really ain't personal. It's really their own shit.
I think a lot of it happens too when you exceed another person's expectations of you. You know, when they think that they only saw you to have this level of celebrity or this level of success, and when you exceed what they thought, then you become something they don't understand, and people attack what they don't understand.
Hey, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times when you step outside the boundaries of what somebody else has given you, no, you can only gonna do this. You only supposed to have this many followers, this level of success. You jump outside of that, then I think the hate starts, the sideways hate.
How have you dealt with the people that have tried to pigeonhole you to here? Because I know since I've met to here that he's broken down many walls that comedians who've been in the game 20 years longer than us still haven't developed the courage to run through. So how have you dealt with peers or people who we would look up to act in a certain way because they don't really understand what it took to get where where you're at?
It's an ongoing process. I feel like life is one of those things where you should be learning every day. Like, I don't think you ever gonna go through life and you ain't gonna get hurt or upset, and that's a good thing because it means you still learning, you still adapting. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the way people, a lot of older comics refuse social media even before COVID. They was like, I ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like once you you ain't got to do it, but you need to at least understand it. Because the moment you refuse to adapt and learn and feed yourself knowledge is the moment you become obsolete. Nothing becomes obsolete except people who refuse it to change and technology.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So the moment you choose to stop learning is the moment that you won't matter. And for me, it was like, all right, cool. I can't get through this door. I'll go through this door. All right, this door ain't closed. I'm closed too. I'll find a window, right? I always look at like a no is just a soft maybe. Like, I ain't gonna take no no's. It's a soft maybe. I'll figure it out. It might not be you. You might not give me the yes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna get the yes that I want. So, like, that, and then also, like, I really had to accept and embrace the fact that I can't please everybody.
Right.
Like, and as a Pisces, I want to make everybody happy. I want everybody to like me.
What month is Pisces?
I'm March. Yeah. End of February, well, middle of February to like March. I'm gonna lie to you if I say like 13. Oh, March 7th.
Mine on the 3rd.
Okay, yeah, for sure. So I had to accept the fact that I can't make everybody happy, and some people ain't gonna like me for whatever reason it may be, but I can't harbor on that so much that it prevents me from continue to come out here and do what I want to do. If you gonna be out to LA, you gonna pay this high ass rent, nigga. Don't be bullshitting.
Real special.
I ain't got no time or no money, and then time now where I'm at in my life, time is my most valuable asset. I can get cars, I can get houses, I can get money. Time is you can't refill that shit. It's no resets, no redos, no continues. So waste my money. Waste my energy. Don't waste my fucking time.
I'm with you. Hey, man, make sure y'all smash the like button, man.
Get it.
It's imperative for the algorithm. Look, success is non-binary. That means it's not masculine or feminine. Success is just success. It's what you do. So don't think that being a bitch nigga, which is feminine, is going to give you a better chance at being successful.
Hey.
Just move, nigga. Be in motion. A lot of you niggas are stagnant and stationary in one position, and you're mad being a bitch nigga because Tahir is in motion. Because Kraig is in motion. Because Brandyn is in motion. Don't expect me to stop because you're not moving, nigga.
Yeah.
It's non-binary. That's why so many women now who are homosexual because they see males being bitch niggas and they like, I could be a nigga better than you can.
And that's true.
Damn.
Hey.
It's non-binary, man.
Hey, and on top of that, success it's non-binary and it ain't mutually exclusive. Look, man, one man's success don't mean your failure. Niggas look at somebody else's success as something down and wrong with them. Like Tahir said, if one door ain't open, the window is open, something's open.
Something's open.
So it's enough openness for everybody to be successful in whatever the fuck you do. But stop looking at what other people look, they'll see how you win, and they'll try to follow down that same path, and then get mad at you for not slowing down and reaching back to help they lazy ass instead of getting inside of themselves and figuring it out for themselves.
That's why we talk about those Mr. Me Too ass niggas.
Yeah, these old these old Me Too ass niggas. Oh man, that happened to me too. And you know who these niggas are, because y'all look, y'all see these niggas on social media. You'll post some funny shit on social media, then you'll see them post 25 minutes later rewording your shit. These are the people we talking about. That's just a microcosm of how people live their lives. Look, if you that person that gets mad when somebody else be successful, find your shit and be successful at that. Don't stress yourself out over other people, because you always gonna fail if you measure yourself against somebody else.
Let me ask you a question. This is on subject but off subject at the same time. Do you think women with passive fathers turn gay out of resentment for their father?
I think you would have to ask a gay woman for that.
I'm just saying.
I don't know the answer to that.
Let's go ask a chick with a flannel on and a short haircut. What her thought is on that. Let's go find one.
Who made you like this?
Who made you buy all these flannels, bitch?
Who did this? Who did this to you?
Because, you know, like, you got criminals, right? A lot of niggas who rob banks and do street shit, they resent the fact that growing up they didn't have money. So their entire existence is based on the resentment that they felt left out from the money shit when they was children. So they do everything to appease that resentment. I feel like there is a section of women on this planet who are only gay because they were raised by a bitch ass nigga, and they resent the fact that their father didn't show them what a man was supposed to be.
Now, if you was talking about gay men, I think you would make more sense.
A lot of these niggas, a lot of them didn't have fathers.
So about something about gay men, go ahead and explain.
If some nigga was raised by a bitch ass nigga, he might start he might become a bitch ass nigga when he's an adult, and you know what I mean. So, but for women, I think most women do the gay thing because the ones because I know women are I say all the time, women are inherently. They have no issue going to the bathroom and being naked around another nigga. I ain't being naked around y'all niggas for what?
Yeah,
right. So they had no issue with that. So for them to take it to the next level to actually to touch another female or to kiss another, there's nothing to them. To kiss their friend or nigga, what the fuck?
They compliment their ass shapes
all day. All day. So it's like niggas. I think if anyone go towards that whole thing, it's more so because of they've been dealing with some fucked up niggas. Some niggas, just we ain't shit, for the most part. So it's like they met too many niggas who weren't up to par to their standards. So like, fuck it, I can go fuck with her. She right here. Let me try it. I think that happens more than I've never heard any girl tell me that because their daddy was.
A lot of the daddy wasn't even there.
I was gonna say a lot of times they know that early on, like as an adolescent, 8, 9, 10-year-old, they feel it. Is what I hear more so than that. So, I mean, you heard about it, like, I would say 10 years ago, you hear like, oh, I was in college and I tried some stuff, I was experimenting. But a lot of time, people who've been gay, they've been gay, they knew it early on. They knew in their lifetime. So, I think that, because I think people can be passive and still be masculine. Like, you could be passive around the house, say thank you, respectful to the mother in the house and all of that. And a child can see that and just see that that's how you treat a woman. Because like, I ain't never raised my voice at my wife. Never. And we done got into it a couple times. I ain't stormed out, slammed no doors. I ain't never called her a bitch or nothing like that. But my daughter has also seen the flip side of me getting out of cars in traffic or somebody almost hitting me and I follow them home. Like, what's up, my nigga? Like, you didn't... like 10 miles ago, you didn't see me when you... It is. But I've done it. And I've documented it. It's on my Instagram and all that shit. Like, so she's seen it.
Next to that nigga right there.
And listen, I will follow you. I'm not even kidding because I don't have the license, but I always got it. So like nigga, I don't ever go there. That's never my intent to be there. But it's like nigga, don't disrespect me and more my daughter's with me. But inside the house, my daughter would never see that side of me. Yeah. Ever see that side of me. So that's a duality of it. And I think that like mainly to answer your question, I don't think that particularly has anything to do with it. I think that's just something innately in them and they know early on, but they might not act on it till later.
I agree. I was going to say the same thing as you said. I don't think it has anything to do with whether the father is like super masculine or alpha, or I think what a lot of people deal with is like bloodline issues. My dad sat down with me when I was like 14 or 15. He said, your grandfather and your great-grandfather dealt with alcoholism and womanizing. He said, so it could be in you. So be careful when you do this and this and this. It's in you. I think a lot of times with people making certain choices, they got these feelings inside of them. Somebody need to sit down and have a conversation with old girl like, old girl got these feelings at 12 because your mama was eating box at 15.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or little gay nigga, your daddy was getting hit in college.
You was born with pussy on your stomach.
You know what I'm saying?
Got a taste for it.
I feel like you got a taste. On the real, if you got kids, though, if you have offspring, I think it really behooves you to sit down with them at an age-appropriate time and have conversations with them on challenges you dealt with growing up, challenges your grandparents dealt with, and let them know what the proclivities are on the family bloodline. Like, your great-granddad did this.
This nigga looked that word up.
Your great-granddad.
Proclivities.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no, but you
real,
you
got to, though, man.
Back when I was working with kids, I had a little gay kid, the little nigga was 8. We all knew he was gay. But he stayed with his grandmama, and his grandmama used to call him a little F word all day. She used to call him that. She'd be like, "Don't walk with your wrist like that, you little faggot." I'm saying the word in the context of what she used it for you people out there getting offended. This really happened.
Say quote unquote, so nobody.
Yeah, quote. Yeah.
I try to pull the sound bite like, gotta protect the investment.
Quotation marks, faggot, and then quotation marks.
Yeah, because then the grandma was in her 60s, and she would call him a little faggot every time he walked in. He talked with a light voice. Come to find out through counseling, his mama ate box, and grandmama ate box back in the 70s.
Grandma was eating that hairy box.
Y'all got 3. Yeah, that 70s box.
She was eating that braided box, nigga.
They was. Them chicks they had John Shaft in the leg lock in that box that they had. But yeah, no, it was like 3 generations of box eating but they gonna put it on his little boy.
So let me, okay.
And I felt bad for him.
Let me ask you a question then. This ties into that. Is sex and gender the same thing?
No, it's different scientifically.
Okay, so what's
no, sex scientifically is male female. Gender is where they get us, because gender can be anything. Gender can be this. You can be non-binary. You can be this. You can be LGBTQ. When it comes to sex comes down to your chromosomes.
Talk about.
Do you have an X and a Y or an X and an X? That's the sex. Now, gender is a word that they've thrown in that's always sort of been around, but over the last 20 years, they've been slowly warping and manipulating the word gender. Gender is some shit that you can choose.
Okay, so here we go. Since sex and gender are two different things, can a person be a man or a woman on the inside and then a man or and the opposite on the outside? So can a man truly be a man on the inside and a woman on the outside, and vice versa? So have a pussy but feel like she's a man, and it be real.
You can feel like anything. One thing about emotions and feelings, you can you can tune yourself into anything. Now, sometimes people go through a lot of traumas before the age of 8, to where a lot of this stuff is built in. Like, you have certain people who you feel like you're inherently suspicious. I was born suspicious. Well, oftentimes, before the age of 8, you had a lot of fucked up shit that happened to you that made you be suspicious. Right. And your mom was suspicious. You're not necessarily let that happen to you. Like, for me, when I get real cautious around big crowds, that's because before the 8, I grew up in South Central LA, where we had, every time there was a big crowd, it was a shooting.
Right.
Mm. So, had I grown up, I grew up off Crenshaw, so I'm used to hearing Tech 9s and shit. Helicopters. And so when I'm in certain environments, I'm there. Right. Had I grown up in motherfucking somewhere in Beverly Hills, I wouldn't have that. So it's a lot of things. It's more complicated than people want to give it credit for. Because, like I said, my 12 years working with children, oftentimes when I dealt with children who were into different things, there was a lot of family trauma that was secrets that motherfuckers didn't want to talk about.
So are you who you think you are, or what you reflect? And I'll give you an example. You ever meet a motherfucker and they feel like they a real nigga? Like, I'm a real nigga. They always talk about how real they are. Mm-hmm. But if in your mind, you like, this nigga's a bitch. Right. Mm-hmm.
I want to slap this nigga just to see. Right. Let me slap this nigga and see how he responds.
And this nigga always talking about how he's a real nigga, but you like, hold on. Ain't nobody else saying it because this motherfucker may have some power, but I know I trust my senses, and my senses is telling me that this nigga's a bitch.
It's usually the loudest nigga in the room that's screaming, I'm a real nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you got to constantly project who you are and people just don't innately pick up on it, like I'm a big proponent of less announcements, more action. You ain't got to announce every time you come in a room. If motherfuckers don't notice, then just do what you do.
This nigga ass right now. Yeah. I'm fitting. Yeah, shut your announcing ass up, whoever you are.
Who was that for? You trying to draw a crowd? You trying to draw a crowd, hoping that they stop you before the shit transpires. That's what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just shut up. Like, you don't have to announce every move that you're making. Like, it's actually better when you don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my thing, man.
Or those niggas that see you 3 times when they by themselves, and then as soon as they got an extra buddy with them, they want to say what they really felt. Yeah. I hate them niggas. This is like, bro, why you didn't say that when we was by ourselves? Yeah. But now you got a tag team buddy. Now you feel like you got to say everything in the world that you felt like saying when you see me one-on-one.
Being real is non-binary. It's not male or female. You know what I'm saying? So that's a very important thing, because the reason it has to be non-binary, because once it steps into the masculine or feminine, it now assumes a role. You know what I'm saying? Real has no role. It's whatever is necessary at the time to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand that, which is why a lot of smarter people stay away from people who may be too something, may be too religious, may be too erratic, may be too emotional. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't if you're being real, you take the form of whatever's necessary to survive and get to that next moment. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's just how this shit works. You work for the county. Have you been in a situation where you felt like if you were to be real, that it could cost you your job or even cost you your reputation at the job?
Well, a couple times, yeah.
What was the scenario?
We'll talk about it now.
Things at the job be watching.
So, it was a situation where we had, this is one older black lady.
Felicia?
I'm not saying no names. Ass nigga right here, man. I'm not saying no names. Luckily, I ain't work with nobody named Felicia, so so we gonna call her Felicia.
Yeah.
And she just typical, just mean as fuck for no reason, just always, whatever. But we were having this event, and I guess she put it upon herself to be in charge of to try and tell people what to do. But this is on a Saturday. I'm like, we're here. This is volunteer work. If you piss me off, I'll just take my ass home.
Right.
And someone said that to her. She took that shit back to like the big cheese, like as in, but she didn't give context. She just said that this person said that. She didn't say what she was doing so people start filing grievances, and then so they start asking people. So what did you observe? Now this woman is up there. She works right next to the big dog. Ain't nobody gonna say I didn't say a goddamn thing, because I know if I say something, it might be a promotion which of course, like with him, I might want to work for him one day, and she might be the one to just be like, nope, don't hire him. He said this that one day, blah blah blah. So whatever I saw, I didn't say shit. I didn't see nothing, but I saw her act completely inappropriately. Like, even I was one of the motherfuckers. I was like, nah, this motherfucker keep playing me. Yeah. I'm getting this motherfucking car. I'm going home.
Brandon I used to work with Brandon. He's one of the rare people that I've seen choke out a supervisor and still keep his job. What? Real shit. This nigga is off the hook. Y'all don't understand this nigga.
Free well from now on, nigga.
This nigga Brandon put time. This nigga Brandon put tire marks around his boss neck.
Was it a Melvin choke or was it like a...
Oh, nigga, I need
Was it that one hand?
I can't believe you told me.
Brandon Kraig, y'all don't understand how crazy this nigga is, man.
I don't know. I got in a few fights at work or whatever.
At work? Damn! A few, not one. Nigga still had a job.
No, but well, one I headbutted one of them.
Yeah, she did.
That nigga doing that white boy Ricky Stroder.
Who is he working for? The Wrestling Federation? That's just expected in meetings. You just walking, what's up, motherfucker?
Ted DiBiase.
That nigga got the Undertaker hat on and shit.
We need this story, dog.
This nigga was Virgil.
No, but it's one of those things where I don't talk the part, but I fit the part.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
So, yeah, you have supervisors, stuff like that, and they supervisors when you work in retail talk to you crazy.
That's true.
That's
true.
Like a lot of times people forget where they come from. I never will, bro. So anybody who worked retail, you know how managers talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all out there know what I'm talking about. So they talk to you crazy, they curse at you and do all this shit. And there was a situation where one cat, he was like fairly new. He was my supervisor, and he was talking a certain way, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, what the hell? And I'm trying to walk away, and he's just, hey, I'm fucking talking to you. And I just took a deep breath, and again, they don't know my background. You
should be a boxer.
And, they have no idea. So I'm whatever.
What part of boxing is that?
Protect yourself at all times.
They don't know you used to be Sam Perkins in your own career.
I turned around, and I'm fucking talking to you, and it was. Cracked him right in his shit.
You hit with him?
Yeah, just holding this shit like this. I squared up and
shit.
Somebody they start grabbing me to like not hit him again, and he's holding his face, and somebody's like grabbing him.
So wait, what did he do when you squared up with him after headbutt?
He held his shit.
Like, he didn't
square up that.
Squared down.
He didn't square up that.
This nigga got the position, and my man kept his hands down.
Nigga sat down and put his dukes up.
No, but
Charlie, you Detroit nigga, boy.
You have to understand, bro. Like there's certain people you can do it to, and there's certain people you can't do that to.
Absolutely.
I'm not a person. I've never been a person that you can talk like that to in any situation of life.
Let me tell you why I would have never talked to Brandon like that. Any nigga that wears an Indiana Jones hat on a daily basis is not to be trifled with. That hat ain't doing shit for that outfit. But he grabbed the hat first. He was like, let me let these niggas know what time it is. Any nigga that does that is not to be trifled with. Let me be clear with that.
You right about that.
And I've looked at a couple videos shows, and that is more consistent than the time y'all start the goddamn show. That hat is always here. Nigga, the hat Ubered here, then Brandon came.
Damn.
That hat is responsible as fuck.
Damn.
Yeah. And like I said, it was brown, and then the hat was like, "What's up, nigga?" And he slid over there.
Already in chair. Okay. You kept the job after that?
Yeah, I got in like 4 or 5 fights there.
Nigga stay beating niggas.
Nigga beat his ass
Nigga
like
got a fight club at work, nigga.
God damn, dog.
That hat came with a snake egg.
Nigga, your job settled. This nigga's job settled beats like No Limit.
I'm trying to figure out like what's the turnover rate when they was like, we'll keep him, because it was too hard to get this nigga. Nobody wants to be assistant manager. We just gotta keep this nigga.
That nigga had the rare room at Death Row Records, nigga.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that being in the job description? As a manager, your job description is like, you got to do this, you got to do that. Oh, and every now and then, a guy named Brandon will probably choke you, but it's okay. It's quite all right.
Wasn't he the best seller at the time?
Yeah.
That's why. Like, let's say that.
The sales?
He was the best seller at the
I
time.
have a sit down with him like,
It had to be a
listen,
sales job.
Tom, we know you want Brandon gone, but look at his numbers. Hey,
Numbers,
just
like,
go home, take a break,
take it
back in 2 weeks.
Take a Tylenol.
That's a good point,
Just
though.
don't piss him off,
We'll see you
okay?
tomorrow.
What was the point?
That's a good point Charlie made for y'all listening. If you're looking for a job, if you want them slick in the mouth niggas, you know, if you want the people that have a good way of convincing people and selling people, get into sales. Sales are they're like recession proof jobs. They're fireproof. If you got numbers, you gonna always have a job in sales.
Sales is where it's at, man. It's a psychological business, and it's based on relationship building. If you're good with people, and you don't want to deal with the rigmarole of bullshit corporate jobs, you need to get into sales, most definitely. And then stack your money, get to a point where you can sell yourself.
Right.
Flat out.
If you've been selling cars or houses for 10 years, that's too long. First 5 years, you should be stacking your money and figuring out, how can I come up with a product that is mine that I can sell?
Yes.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because you get on these jobs, man, what a lot of people don't realize about these sales jobs is that people come in from other countries and they hustle as a group. So there's really no way to win as an individual within an organization of sales, because you got these groups of Arab motherfuckers and, you know, Spanish motherfuckers and different people from different races, and they hustle as groups. I've been on jobs, nigga, where it'll be 10 people on the sales team and 6 will be cousins.
Right.
Or be brother-in-law, sister-in-laws, and the manager will be the uncle.
Nepotism.
And you
man.
think you in a fair environment.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, just because I'm the man, I'm doing it, that means that I'm automatically going to the next step. It doesn't work like that. There's not a lot of nepotism. That's why I always crack that joke. If you ever go into a car dealership and it's an Arabic nigga speaking Spanish, get the fuck up out of there. Because I love my Arab niggas, but they don't fuck with niggas outside their culture like that. So if they're going outside of their culture to make a sale, that means there's some motherfucking shady shit going on in that motherfucker. It ain't no disrespect. It's just the honest to God truth.
Yeah.
And if you think I'm bullshitting, you know what I'm saying, prove me wrong.
Right.
They selling you some shit that was salvaged.
You know what I'm saying? You about to say something to you?
Yeah, I was gonna say I would encourage anybody to get a hobby and then get good at that hobby and figure out how to make money up. Whatever you do good, never do it for free, right? And I only say that because every job I've had, whether I was good at it or not, I was never comfortable there. Right. Even the first time I was with All Def, before I got let go, I never was comfortable there. I was always waiting for the other shoe to drop. And it was because when you're at the mercy of an employer, at any time they can let you go. It could be, you know, sales aren't high enough, or it could be, you know, it's not enough hours to go around, or they got to trim the fat, or whatever reason, you can always be let go. And I always feared that, being, you know, provider for a family. So that was another motivator, like, especially this past year, 2020, when shit really hit the fan. It was like, nigga, I gotta do something. So I would encourage everybody, man, find a fucking hobby. You know, mixtapes, playlists, whatever the fuck you do, braiding hair, you do that shit on a regular basis, go ahead and get your shit and start getting paid for real like that shit. You good at cooking, your family loves your cooking, then start your meal business, or you get meals weekly to people, shit, like whatever it is, find something so you can bring in an extra viable source of income, and so you never be like caught with your pants down.
That's real shit.
Facts.
I think we should try and still speak to the people who want to. It's a lot of people who out there who want to go to work every day.
No.
Not that they want to go, but they don't have like we have the wherewithal. Like, I'm gonna go try some shit.
Yeah.
Not that's not the average person.
But I'm saying it's not like you don't have to be selling something like an actual product. You could be like, you wouldn't look at a nigga like me and think that I was first seed in tennis in college, but I was. And if shit hit the fan,
what does that mean?
That means I was like I was first pick for matches. Yeah. So it was me in first seat, and I would do doubles with someone, but like I was like one of the best players on the tennis team.
You play college and tennis?
I played college and tennis. Yeah, I got a scholarship and everything. I rephrased it for you. But my point is like. I saw you was going. I saw what you was doing.
Yoda or some shit. I was waiting on it.
I called it. But the point I'm trying to make is if I didn't have comedy and I wasn't doing Zooming, then I would have tried to figure out like, well, maybe I can teach lessons. You know, the park is open. Right. You know, I get 5 or 6 clients and I can pull in at least $500 a month, or $500 a week off of that. So I'm not saying that. And I agree. Some people love what they do. Like you can't tell everybody, everybody needs to be a business owner, get your LLC.
I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
I don't necessarily like what I do. My 9 to 5. That's why I got another job. And that's another, adventures or whatever. But a lot of people I work with aren't like me.
Yeah, that's true.
So like being in the work world, I know for a fact there's a lot of people who are completely content with just getting that good government job and sitting there for 40 years and collecting that check for the rest of their life.
That's true.
If that's all you got, go ahead, go for it.
Yeah, and I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking that.
Like,
yeah,
I never want to like look at somebody like, okay, well you can't do what I do. Not like you can't, but you don't want to, so you can't do it.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, fine. Well,
and I wasn't trying to say. I'm sorry.
We don't necessarily speak to those all the time.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm not trying to come off as those people that was like, yo, if you didn't find the hustle this past year, it ain't in you and all of that. It's like, yo, everybody's built different. Everybody handles pain, grief, and everything differently. I was just saying, if you have a craft, you have a hobby, get good at it, and make it a source of income is all I'm trying to say.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have each person say one thing, and this one thing is gonna be to the person watching. How do you know a regular job is not for you? Okay, I'll start it off and finish it. How you know a regular job is not for you if you don't give a fuck about being late?
Oh, facts.
That's one. And that was me like a motherfucker. It was times I show up to work at lunch, nigga, and I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's one way you know. What about you?
Mine was when I made more than the day was paying me to go in. And when I made $150 that day, nigga, I was like, nigga, I ain't going back to work. Nigga, I was like, I can do this shit tomorrow.
Right.
So that was my shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I don't like being told what to do. You don't like being told what to do. You know what I mean? When I worked, I kept every job I had at least 5 years. You know what I mean? I was good at work. You know, I was always on time and shit like that. Great employee. I always had high marks and all that shit. But I still knew working wasn't for me because ultimately I hated being told what to do. So that was just some temporary shit in the back. And that's what got me through to the next day. This shit wasn't gonna be permanent.
Right.
And for those who being a job is you, if you can deal with the bullshit, then stay there.
Right.
I just couldn't.
To hear.
I think when I realized that it wasn't any more beneficial than just something monetary. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you can get money from any job, a fast food place, a Banana Republic, a post office, but if you can also obtain a skill from there while you're there, either leadership or organization or proper time management, if I can gain another skill in addition to the money, that's great. If it's just money and I'm definitely not feeling it, I'm not going to stick around. I feel like that knowledge is, in most cases when it comes to retail, more valuable than the money you're getting paid.
Right.
Leadership skills, prioritizing, being able to, the word escapes me, delegate work, those type of skills will help you in life so far. Even just dealing with the public, because there's so many different type of people. Those skills are very helpful. And if I'm not getting anything additional to the money, then it's not worth my time.
Yeah, I feel like it's a comfort level. I mean, if you go to work and you selling drugs on the job, you fighting on the job, or you drinking on the job, and I've done all of them, then You don't want to be there. I used to love getting escorted out. Like, oh, they fired me. I show up, supposed to be there at 9. I get there at lunch, like you said. Like, Charlie, just turn around. We'll walk you out. I'm like, nigga, this is what I wanted all week. And if you got that kind of attitude and you just want more, I remember I got fired from a dealership because I asked them to start selling used cars more suited for the area they was in. They blew me off. So I went and took, like, you know, a couple dollars and bought some little hoopties off Craigslist and parked them in the lot next to the dealership. So I'm working at the dealership, but my phone banging. I'm like, hey, I need to take a break real quick. And I'm selling cars next door out the lot next to the dealership. And they snitched on me like a motherfucker. They snitched on you? If you run the tape back, if anybody can get access to the cameras and you run the tape back, I'm smiling while they're walking me out that motherfucker. I'm like, nigga, I just made $1,800, nigga. I'm out this motherfucker. Right. So that's just me. When you don't give a fuck about that spot and you not comfortable.
They got snitched on.
Yeah, they told on me.
That's funny as hell.
I would be lying if I said this is something I was thinking all my life or whatever, because all my life my family just culturally were like, go get you a county job or a doctor, nurse, blah blah blah. So, I did what my daddy did. My dad worked for the county. I worked for the county. It wasn't until the fucking pandemic hit last year, and I was working on my own. I was doing shit. I was working from home, and I started, making money at home. Yeah. And I was like, oh, y'all niggas been holding me back. Yeah. That's what that. Oh, okay. So it's like literally just last year's when I realized, okay, I gotta get the fuck away from this motherfucker. Yeah. Like I was cool just being like, I was always cool with doing my side hustles, but I was happy that I had that steady income coming in. Yeah. So that's I can play with that, and I can make my money here and there with my product. It was easier for me, but now that I had the time to just do my own shit, I was like, okay, you know what? Wow. Fuck what Pop's talking about. Fuck what everybody talking about. And I told my dad, I was like, look, I understand what you're saying. I told him exactly what I'm telling y'all. Yeah. When I had the free time to do this shit, to get the money on my own, I was getting way more money on my own than I was sitting at some desk for 9 hours. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave as soon as I can. I'm out. Right. So I'm 37. By the time I'm 40, I'm gone. If I'm still working for the job I'm 40, y'all can slap me in my motherfucking face.
You're gonna be gone. I see it.
Everybody get one good slap to the face, nigga. Damn. I'm me. I'm not trying to sit there. I mean, not that I want to just retire, but I don't feel like I should be sitting at somebody. I shouldn't be working for somebody else when I know I can get it on my own. So what's the point?
I had to feel good to go to work knowing you just made XYZ on selling a car or flipping a house.
Oh, man.
Getting to work the same day, and it's just like,
I'm late every day. I'm
late here, too.
Because I'm coming from my job.
See, I'm just waiting on Joe Rogan to make the call. Once Joe Rogan make the call,
I already told niggas, these niggas that come to my desk, y'all see me at work, y'all not going to see me one day. I'm going to let y'all know right now.
Craig, you said when Joe Rogan called?
When Joe Rogan hit him up.
I ain't cutting him.
We get that call, we out.
That makes sense, because I do got it on my dating profile. I have a podcast. It's my podcast, bitch.
My dating profile.
It's my podcast, bitch.
And what you do if Joe Rogan asked you to come on the show and everything was going cool, and one day he's like, man, shut up before I fuck you up, nigga. Would you square off with Joe Rogan?
Nah, I ain't squared off with Joe
Rogan. I'll square off with Joe Rogan. I ain't running. If he whooped my ass, he whooped my ass, but I ain't running from no fade. Because then what if he say some shit like, oh, I was just playing, but then you just establish yourself as a hoe right there and there. You know what I'm saying?
It's one of those situations where
fuck that, nigga.
It's one situation like when he say it, like, what you mean by that? Like, what you saying? And then you check his temperature, but I'm not like, nigga, fuck you. Like, I'm gonna be respectful with my response.
What if you was on Joe Budden's show and he disrespected you?
Joe Budden can't talk to me like that. I ain't never seen Joe Budden fight, so I'm sorry. Excuse me, nigga.
That's your favorite rapper.
That's my favorite rapper too. That's my favorite rapper. Let everybody know.
Legend to me, Joe Budden.
My favorite rapper.
I love you, Joe Rogan, but look, raise your hand if you think you could whoop Joe Budden.
Joey, I love you. I'm sorry. Joey, I love you. I'm sorry.
He's too emotional.
Every confrontation, even with like the Migos and shit, like he didn't really want that, and I don't think that's his MO. He don't really come off like I'm a tough guy type shit. He just like he talks a lot. He just talks a lot.
You wouldn't have to punch Joe. Just open hand that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta follow up with a strong statement. Sit your ass down.
With
like a child.
From the check got to hold a hamstring.
Dude, sit that. Matter of fact, sit in that kitty chair over there.
Pick your motherfucking nose, nigga. You can make Joe Rogan pick his nose, nigga. I mean, not Joe Rogan. My bad, Joe. I wouldn't talk about it.
Nobody will smoke with Joe Rogan.
Don't smoke with Joe Rogan, nigga.
Rogan got hands, nigga.
Tyson to knock his motherfucking ass out, though.
Oh, Tyson beat the dog shit out of Joe Rogan.
Tyson beat dog shit out of Joe Rogan.
Y'all forget Joe Rogan is a. We talking about in a boxing match or just a street fight?
I don't give a fuck.
Either or.
I don't care what it is.
We talking about a street fight?
Tyson trained his whole career without headgear.
Tyson can't grapple.
Tyson can take a punch. He can take.
Tyson can't grapple.
He tried to eat it.
He can't grapple.
How big
Joe
is
Rogan been grappling all his
know
life.
about size. How big is Joe Rogan? How
He
tall
about
is
to
he?
your size, huh?
I don't know. I ain't never.
I don't know that little guy.
Yeah. Oh, then he bigger than me. Then ain't he 6? At least 6.
I don't. He's not a small. He's not. He's like a.
Mike Tyson will still beat his ass.
Mike Tyson is average size. But
Mike Tyson in a fist fight, yes, but we're talking about a street brawl. I don't think Joe Rogan isn't knuckling up with Mike Tyson. He's gonna fucking tackle that nigga and put him in and break his fucking kneecap off. What are you talking about?
Mike Tyson gonna.
I'm not fighting no UFC fighter. Period.
Mike Tyson gonna backstab that hoe.
Somebody told me a story about how 2 WWF niggas whooped on Kent Shamrock and another UFC nigga in a bar fight. Who was that told me that? Y'all never heard that story?
I heard that.
It was like Triple H, Triple H and one other wrestler, John Cena, were in a bar, and Kent Shamrock and a few other like world-renowned UFC dudes came in, and they got into an altercation, and they said Triple H knocked out Kent Shamrock. And
That nigga big. Yeah. But Joe Rogan 5'7", nigga.
Okay, yeah.
That nigga, he built like a punch.
Well, if I hit Joe Rogan first, he's going to sleep. And I love it. That's the thing.
So he's still a fighter.
Yeah.
So he's a trained fighter. So it's not like Mike Tyson going. It's not like me walking up on Mike Tyson and just no. It's another trained fighter walking up. No, if we talking about a just regular street fight, I'm sorry. I'm putting my money on Joe. I'm sorry. I love you, Mike, but Joe's he's gonna go to your legs and try to get you out. He's gonna get you out your element. Mike Tyson can't get Joe out of his element.
And the minute Joe dip his head down to go for his leg, Mike Tyson gonna be like, what? Yeah. One time that nigga tempo was over.
I don't know.
On that video, when Mike was teaching those people how to do the little drills and shit, and he dipped low, Mike is making. I thought he was doing the busted challenge before the busted challenge. That nigga got low on the dip.
Mike can't kick nobody.
Huh?
Mike can't kick nobody.
Nigga, you ain't got to kick if you can go down to your kneecaps.
My legs are a lot longer than my motherfucking arms, nigga. Mm-hmm. So Joe Rogan kick your ass.
Listen,
Joe Rogan
kick your leg.
I don't want to be kicked or punched by nobody. Let's start there. Let's establish that. That's first. You want to get kicked by this nigga? Nigga, no. Nigga, that sounds terrible. I would never sign up for that. But I also wouldn't want to be punched in the leg by Mike Tyson either, nigga.
Let me say this. Brian, put the camera on me. I don't want smoke from either one of these niggas. I'm just saying.
I don't want the favor.
Talk about
good, because Mike Tyson watching like, who is this nigga right here?
right here, this nigga right here. I'll fuck him up, man.
You say you'll fight Mike?
Nah.
Okay, boy. I was like, this nigga Kraig's different.
The worst thing any nigga can do is back down from a fade from anybody, though. That's the worst.
So if Mike Tyson grabbed your girl ass while you was just walking down the street, what would you say to Mike?
Mike, go ahead, man. Go do your thing, Mike.
I call
I'm not gonna fight this nigga, but we out here.
I sincerely doubt that'll happen. But what I'm saying is if you dealing with anybody of that caliber and they say nigga square up, 9 times out of 10 they ain't trying to fight. They're just trying to see where you at. And if you like, oh nigga, I don't want none. Oh,
I mean, I ain't gonna let Mike punk me, but I'm not gonna be looking for the brawl.
You ain't gonna, I'm not trying to get killed, man.
Did you see when Mike Tyson was grabbing Jules Santana like by the arm and shit, and they like kind of started the nigga?
In the interview?
Yes.
See that?
Like Mike is a big ass nigga. Jules just had to Mike had his whole arm telling the nigga throw up your shit. Mm-hmm. Like Mike was just holding this nigga like a kid, my nigga.
And Jules, he's uncomfortable. You can tell he's like.
Speaking of beasts and monsters, man, my boy, one of my favorite athletes of all time, Marshawn Lynch. He just got into the cannabis business. He's coming out with his own line of blunt wraps, diamond infused blunt wraps. I want to give a shout out to Marshawn Lynch. I don't know, but shout out to Marshawn Lynch for taking that jump, man. He one of the greatest to ever do it, man. Much respect and much love. Marshawn Lynch is one of them Mike Tyson type niggas. He just is a natural beast. You know what I'm saying? You ever met Marshawn? Anybody ever met him?
Never met him.
I've seen him play, but I've never met him though.
He's surprisingly a happy-go-lucky, good motherfucker, man. I met him at the homegirl. I met him at Tasha's funeral. Yeah, he was cool. But if anybody grew up in the hood, Marshawn Lynch would have been that 9-year-old that was beating up like 15-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? I think it's dope. Why do you think somebody who would be comfortable and never has to work a day in his life because he has probably $100 million in the bank? Why do you think he would open his own business if he didn't have to? What's the reason for that?
If you want to keep living that lifestyle, you got to grow the money. You can't, when you get to that point to where no more money's coming in and you still spending. I think about people who retired. Remember somebody retired back in 1990. Back in 1990, if you had $20 million, you really thought you was really set. Houses, you can get a dope ass house for $80,000 or some shit like that, and you thinking, nah, shit, I'm really set. You look at right now, that $20 million is down to what, about $200,000 now?
Yeah.
If that, in an apartment in a good area, $6,000 a month for a studio. So you got to keep building your money, and if you smart, if you have that much money, it just give you a leg up on the ideas that you probably already had before you have that money.
That's crazy that you said that, because when they asked him why he opened the business, you want to know what his answer was? His answer was, Doty has always been a part of my life.
Niggas
I love Marshawn Lynch.
Niggas is gonna be like, Dozie. No, he said Doty. He talking about Ganja. I don't know this nigga, man. I fuck with that Doty.
But he has some pretty respectable reasons why he opened his business. One of his things is he wants to counter the effects of the industrial prison complex on the black community through the criminalization of drug use. So he said the reason he started opening dispensaries and got his own blunt wrap is because he wanted to be a counter to the negativity that was opposed on our community when drugs were viewed as being something that was illegal, which I thought was really, really respectable. So shout out to Marshawn Lynch for that. His actual quote was, "We are devoted to getting social equity right and creating opportunities that the war on drugs annihilated for black and brown people, especially in Oakland." What'd you say? So I think that's respectable, man. We need to give it up for Marshawn Lynch for that. Bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Solid.
We support you. Hey, man, make sure y'all smash that like button. Damn, I was trying to wait till we hit 3K. We at 950. Damn. We'll be right back, man. Let's get up to 3K viewers. Make sure y'all smash that like button. We'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
To this commercial break.
He didn't beat Roy Jones. He beat the old nigga. He didn't beat Roy Jones.
I personally think
that wasn't Roy Jones that he beat.
Roy was winning that fight. I personally thought Roy.
He got knocked.
But he didn't dominate Roy.
Even he got knocked.
Still Roy 6 years after Roy.
That wasn't Roy. They stopped the fight, but
that's like Larry Holmes beating Ali.
Yeah,
he didn't beat Ali.
You didn't beat Ali. You beat
this fat.
You beat the nigga that had the same name as him.
Because his thing is his
not
leg.
Roy Jones.
No, he beat Roy Jones Jr.
No, he didn't fight Roy Jones Jr.
It's like Larry Holmes beat Ali. He didn't beat Ali. He beat that old fat guy.
He beat Ali, though.
That's not Ali. That's not the Ali.
Are you a philosopher?
Kind of unintentionally, I guess, yeah.
Life is a bitch, man. All my knowledge base is on how to control the bitch's life. That's the only woman that is fucking with you and everybody else. And if you don't control her, she gonna run right over. Shut up, bitch! I said pancakes, bitch, okay? Turkey bacon is cool too, but I need pancakes as well, okay, bitch? That's all I'm saying. You see I'm over here doing an interview. I know you probably got a nigga, whatever, just pancakes and turkey bacon, bitch. And I mean, you gotta control life. Cause everybody's fucking with her, so what makes you different?
You've been bitten bitten by the snake. I can tell cause you're looking for mistakes. Like great don't come with second takes. In that search for perfection, the journey goes to waste. How you on but you ain't? Crystal ball says y'all ain't saints, nigga. And y'all ain't crew, he the boss. He don't do that Greyhound with you. The black bag belongs to you for a town or two. Make friends with a bum, sleep on the street, and that's the only nigga down with you. Cause you all you got. Preacher man can't do it, nigga, call your shot. He done brain fucked your girl and now she bringing them all you got. Brace that label us sinner, now your balls is chopped. But once you believe in you, then it's all to stop. Killers, cutthroats, and scoundrels. You keep a lot of niggas around. A circus over there and they waiting to clown. Cause you lost what they found. Killers, cutthroats, and scoundrels. You keep a lot of niggas around you. It's a circus over there and they waiting to clown you. Cause you lost what they found. I only know what I know. Sometimes I fall short when I'm slapping a hoe. Mother told me hit back, father told me get strapped. So when they come swinging, all you need is click clack. Them hungry niggas will extort you, they almost forced to. How you in Rome and ain't talk to Caesar? Them west side niggas gon' check your visa. Yeah, no stab, that's a crab. Can't run with a Charlie horse, unlit lamp. Plus that bitch, she with them niggas, all shit snap. She done turn your hotel into a Target trap. They might as well take your bread, but hopefully they leave your head. Another Louis bag and we left for dead. It's group economics, dog and sled. If we don't pull for each other, then there's trouble ahead. Killers, cutthroats, and scoundrels. You keep a lot of niggas around you. It's a circus over there and they waiting to clown you. Cause you lost what they found. Cutthroats, killers, and scoundrels. You keep a lot of niggas around. She looking for a layup. I could tell cause when she talks she don't say much. And she used to be an A cup. Got a new body from the waist up. From a set up bitch to a set up miss. She like a drug dealer cause she set up licks. And she halfway conscious. Hotepping in this halfway nonsense. How the fuck are you the real McCoy when I meet you with the truth but the vibe is soy? Cutthroats and scoundrels. You keep a lot of niggas around you. It's a circus over there and they waiting to clown you. Cause you lost what they found.
Up comb blows the crow sponge out of the bathroom. Only the twisted up comb passes the portability test and the durability test and the all new IMCSC TMTB test, or is my crow sponge cleaner than my total bolt test. This is the best test to determine whether you should be reusing that sponge or that comb on your head. Ready, Fred? Perfect. Just look how the hair and bacteria is able to be cleaned from the twisted up comb. Aww. Now how about those curl sponges? You see, unlike curl sponges, the twisted up comb doesn't absorb your hair, robbing it from the much needed oils and creams that is essential to keep our hair hydrated. The patented woven stainless steel mesh in the center gently massages your hair and can be 100% sanitized after each use. But really, how dirty is that curl sponge? That's a good question. I am using what us microbiologists call agar plates. A simple test you can do at home. You simply swab the surface you want to be tested, gently transfer it to the agar plates, and wait 7 days. You gotta love the internet. Let's see what we got. As you can see, the twisted up comb passed with flying colors. Man, that looks nasty. Have you ever left towels in the washing machine and came back to it the next day? Smells pretty gross, right? All bacteria needs is a damp place to grow and start multiplying. A sponge job is to trap moisture. That's why it's black. It hides the dirt. Here at Twisted Up Comb Laboratories, we believe that you deserve better. Twisted Up Comb is the only comb that is portable, won't break, and can be sanitized. Embrace your natural twist, the clean way.
Don't be this guy. Raise your drive and libido. It's time to man up with X-Wolf. Boost your testosterone levels to help decrease your body fat percentage and increase lean muscle mass gains. Boost your stamina and blood flow for those tough workouts. And these workouts also. Go to xlabsubs.com to find out more.
1981.
Like a nigga, look what this has come to. A new identity, hoes in male clothes with them brood hostilities. Look, I just want a shot to impair mares with red dots. Cause acting to get you work like headshots. In my car with a bizarre Asian. White coupe, the car is Caucasian. On a star blazing.
Kraig Facts, can you see?
by the dawn's early light. With those Kraig facts we held as the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and Kraig facts through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and with the Kraig facts we glare, all those facts in the air stay true through the night, that our facts are still there. Oh, say does those Kraig's facts banner and wave for the land of the free and the home of Kraig Facts today.
Man, Tahir had to go, man. Tell Kev on stage, I said, what's up, nigga? Man, did y'all hear about the serial killer in Ohio who is dying from a terminal illness? I guess he got caught like in 2011. They found like 11 bodies in his house. In his house. He black serial killer in Cleveland, Ohio.
I heard that was some years ago, right?
It was some years ago.
I heard of that, yeah.
He has terminal cancer, some type of terminal illness. Does a serial killer deserve empathy if he's dying?
No, but aren't they like first, or just inmates in general? Aren't they like top of the list for healthcare and all that stuff? Yeah. Like, don't they do things to keep them alive instead of them just get sick and die on their own?
Yeah. It's a business.
It never makes sense.
The longer you have them, the more money you will make.
Right.
But what fucked me up is the reason why he didn't get caught for all them years.
Why was that?
Okay, so people recognize it was a bad smell coming from the crib for years, right? But the reason nothing was ever done is because he lived up the street from a sausage factory. And they attributed the bad smells coming from his house to the sausage factory. You know what I'm saying? Which to me is a message to lesbians.
Nigga.
You know what I'm saying? That if you're near meat, it can help you out of a bad situation for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was crazy, man. A fucking sausage factory, bro. Yeah, do serial killers deserve empathy if they're dying from a terminal illness?
No. I'm thinking shit. You've been a good. The states used you to boost their electoral college votes. That's why you locked up in that state. You know, you're a voter. You know what I mean? You've gotten to eat off the country's taxes for all this time and everything, and you killed all them goddamn people. You lived the life that you deserve to live. If you in jail after killing a bunch of motherfuckers,
right?
No, you don't get no sympathy. You just die.
Right. I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
I feel the same way.
You with him?
Yeah, I'm with him on that shit. I don't feel like they deserve no sympathy. You killed 11 niggas.
Right.
You killed 11 niggas too many. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as a human life, and especially if you just doing it as a hobby, nigga. Like, nigga, there's hokey pokey you can do, nigga. There's nigga handball, my nigga. But you just killing niggas, bro. It's Grand Theft Auto out there. We could kill niggas all day and come back. Like,
That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I do drive by and Grand Theft Auto this summer. Like,
there's different ways to take your anger out, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And really just killing innocent people just for fucking fascination, bro.
What do you think is the appropriate? Because he also was convicted of rape, and the reason he got caught is because one woman survived. He raped her and she escaped. So he's 11 murders, 2 rapes. What do you think is the appropriate penalty for a serial killer / rapist? I don't even think he deserved to be in prison.
No,
torture.
I was gonna say, I think we should start adopting some of the laws of Singapore, man. We should beat the dog shit out of people in public when you fuck up,
right?
Or, you know how shit would change if people, based on the crimes they committed, they got burned at the stake in front of everybody. Like, niggas would think twice. Like, if I do this, I'm gonna get
me a hot link, nigga. Fuck that.
I don't know. Like, for me, like, I'm against death penalty, but I'm all for if he just have to spend the rest of his life in prison, because that's appropriate, I suppose. But I'm not for death penalty at all.
Why is that? Based on what they do,
I don't know.
You don't think a nigga need to die if he?
A
nigga killed 48 people and he laughing in court. That nigga needs to die.
I don't. But again, that's just my belief of it.
Yeah. Like, what about eye for eye? Like even if like if somebody just murders somebody.
I'm not for death penalty. I'm one of those people that aren't. And there's a lot of people that aren't for it. I'm okay with him being in prison the rest of his life, and
somebody killed a loved one of yours.
You think I've never had this convo before?
That's what I'm asking.
So it's the same answer. Go to prison the rest of your life.
You'd rather them go to prison than just somebody to pop their ass in the street.
Right.
I mean, if that happens, that happens. But I'm talking about my belief in death penalties.
Okay.
My belief in death penalty, I'm not for it. So me taking care of something is, you know what I'm saying, out of some like emotional mindset, is different from somebody going to court of law and they're saying, "Hey, you gotta die."
Oh, you talking about
retaliation is different from the death.
Yeah, I'm not saying like there's obviously there's going to be an idiot out there. Brandon, just no, you know what I'm saying? Like within the system, I'm not for the death penalty.
He killed 11 innocent women.
Yeah, he deserves to die. I mean, he's dead now, but he deserves to die.
Do you think before he killed 11 innocent women, there was something that he did before that he may have gotten arrested for or got a slap on the wrist for? Like a leading up to that?
Most likely.
And that's kind of why. So if we eliminate, let's take the death penalty off the table. I think our laws previous to that, I think our laws are just not stringent enough. Like if we did the Singapore thing, you know what I'm saying? You get caught, you do one thing, and you get your ass beat in public in front of everybody. That'll deter you from doing. People don't want to be embarrassed. A lot of niggas are sitting in jail for 20 years like, well, nigga, I just do the time. But if you think you're going to get your ass beat in public and they're going to publicize it and put it on TV, I think it'd be a different ballgame.
Right, and let's be real. Like, not everybody that gets the death penalty sentence is guilty.
Right. True.
So there's fact. I understand the factors of, well, he did this. I understand that, but
what if you find 11 bodies in a nigga's house?
Yeah, again.
His bite marks. I like how you brought that shit back. With his bite marks on their mouth.
Nigga walking with an open his mouth. Brandon is not that nice, bro. I don't even know why he's fronting right now. He is not that nice, my nigga.
I've always thought this when it comes to death penalty, because you have to remember, you got to take out, when it comes to the legal system, a lot of people, like average people, think of it, they try to make logic out of it. Yeah. And you don't make logic out of law. It's two different things. So the people are arguing, oh, what if he killed your mom, or what if he killed this, or yeah, that makes sense. But in legal proceedings, it's different. You niggas be telling their lawyer, but they can't prove this, and it's like, it doesn't, bro. You don't understand the law, so shut the fuck up and let me do it. There's cases to where people are getting death penalty that didn't do the shit.
Tukey.
Right.
Yeah, Tukey didn't do it.
Tukey didn't do it. He didn't do it.
That nigga Brandon believe all niggas did it.
Tukey didn't do it.
Tukey didn't do it.
That nigga got the get out face, nigga.
So like, again, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's like Hurricane Carter and shit, you know, stories like that and things of that nature.
But what about a nigga if they find 11 bodies in his house?
The bite marks.
For me, you just if they prove it, whatever, blah blah, you rot in prison.
I'm saying 11 bodies is not enough proof.
I don't think the system should be able to kill you.
I mean,
okay.
I just don't agree with that.
That nigga got a beach shirt on a gloomy day, so you know how this nigga think.
What about the members of the dead family? What about the family members of the dead people? Do they deserve to kill the guy who killed their family member?
No, because that just seems very primitive to me.
Good point.
So when somebody is that sick, like child molester, serial killer,
yeah, I don't. Yeah, you should
we need to get rid of them motherfuckers, bro. I mean,
how has the system failed these people? What have these people experienced, and they've just been able to go all through life to the point that they get to that point?
When people do that, I was like, how you blame the system? Because it's other people in that same system. Everybody ain't out here doing that shit.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's the system. I'm saying, if it's somebody, let's just say, second or third grade, this little dude gets, in trouble because he did some wild shit in the second or third grade, and they just gave him a slap on the wrist. Then he did some other crazy shit in the sixth grade. Like, this type of shit don't happen. A nigga just don't kill 11 people in one night, and that's just, he progressed to that.
Yeah. Right. Okay,
so how can we kill this from the beginning before we get to the point where the nigga killing 11 people and he's smiling about it? You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what I feel like about the system.
You're right. It is like a system thing. Like, we was talking about this outside. In my years working with children, out of like the kids that I've had that have because some kids they'll start touching other kids at 11, 10 years old, and they'll call somebody like me to counsel that motherfucker, and that shit hard to do.
Right.
But out of the 50 or so kids that I've had that have gotten in issues with sexual impropriety, as kids, almost 100% of them were touched by somebody usually within the family.
Right.
And then you'll go around, and then you'll talk to the mom, and the mom be like, yeah, I know Uncle such and such did that, but I don't want to get him put in jail. Right. And then mom be like, well, our uncle did the same thing to us. And so what you find is, a lot of these people that have these deviant behaviors, extremely deviant behaviors, there's a pathology there.
Right.
And you can identify it, and you can root it out through getting these people help. By the time they've murdered by the time they got to the point to where they're murdering people and actually carrying out rape, that's 15, 20 years too late if they started in their 20s.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's where Charlie's talking about it being it's a systemic thing that we can find and we can root out if we're serious about taking care of it.
It has to come through
therapy.
therapy.
We ain't serious about taking care of it.
Well, Duane, let me ask you, are you for the death penalty or not?
I don't get into it because at the end, that doesn't affect my day-to-day life.
For the sake of the audience.
I see both sides of it. Like I thought it was unfair the way what happened with Tukey. I thought especially with that whole so I brought up Tukey again, and how that whole thing happened because anyone who understood that story, like, okay, this some bullshit.
It's some bullshit.
And this nigga Arnold Schwarzenegger knew the motherfucker. Yeah. They was cool back in the 80s, and he still let it happen. Yeah. Them niggas used to lift weights together.
But see, it's amazing to me how someone can be a victim of society, meaning society not providing the necessary tools for survival. It's not just economic survival. There's psychological help that people need at some point.
Facts.
There's intellectual help. There's education. There's all these things that we're supposed to be supplied by this society. And when the society falls short and it's a black male that the society is failing, it's our fault. You feel what I'm saying? But when is it the society's fault that we don't have the resources to make informed decisions?
Because if I can make it personal, when my son got shot when he was in my arms and he was 2, the immediate reaction after that should have been therapy for him, and I didn't do that because I didn't know. I read Kenya Barris's I read his story a while ago, and he talked about he saw his mom shoot his dad when he was like 5. And he said, right after that, my mom put me in therapy for like 18 months. And he said it was so helpful to me. I didn't know it at the time. But like for somebody like for me, I didn't have the information like your kids just witnessed something traumatic. They just saw you get shot. My son saw his mom shoot me. I didn't put him in therapy. I was just like, we'll go to church.
Right.
Or we'll do these other things, and I didn't have the information or the resources, or if society would have provided the resources. Like, they sent me a check for $4,500 2 months after I got shot.
Right.
Or you went through this situation, we sent you a check. But they didn't send me resources saying, hey, your kids watched you get shot. Right. They should be in therapy. I never got that. So as he grew older, nigga started acting out. You know what I'm saying? His mom was in prison. So this nigga stealing cars. He in and out, and I'm like, I'm trying to, and I never met it when he was like 2 when he got shot. So by the time he's 14, 15, still in the car, the nigga turned 17, he locked up now. He caught a gun charge. You know what I'm saying? But when I have to look back on it, and that's why I'm passionate in our community about helping the youth get the therapy and the help that they need, because who goes through more trauma than young black men or women?
Go ahead.
Check this dude's backstory. Authorities ultimately found, my bad, this shit got small. Motherfucker.
This is the serial killer, right?
This is the serial killer. Authorities ultimately found 11 sets of remains on his property, with the victims ranging from 25 to 52. They were strangled using ligature, and he also used his hands to strangle at least one woman. Sowell, who was a Marine Corps veteran, was sentenced to death for his crimes in 2011. He was also convicted of raping 2 or more women and attempted to rape a third. So this
He went to war.
Yeah.
The military is at fault. Damn. If this motherfucker served in battle and is suffering from some type of post-war trauma and stress and mental illness based on being in battle, it looks like he was the age to probably have been in what was the war in 1990?
Iraq, Baghdad.
It looked like he probably was in Desert Storm or Baghdad. Right. So if he was made a murderer by the system, because when you join the service, they teach you how to kill.
They teach you how to rape too? What are you talking about?
They teach you how to kill.
I'm not giving the guy an excuse for raping and killing.
What do you mean? The system is not at fault for creating a murderer and not providing him the necessary resources to deal with that?
What if he's just a fucked up nigga? Who the fuck you think I am? Nigga, the resources are there. He didn't take advantage of them shits.
Oh, talk about it.
Like, it's free, nigga. There's all kinds of PTSD numbers and training. If you don't want to take advantage, as soon as I got back from Iraq, right? They put me in this motherfucking class. I had to go to see not a shrink, but I had to go see a fucking be debriefed or whatever, reevaluated for like a good 2 months before I could go back to work.
Right.
I just spent 7 months in Iraq, so all right, well, go do this before you can go back to your duty station.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know how they do in other branches. I know that's how the Air Force. That's how they did us. Even after that, even when I got out, I didn't go see a shrink. I was out for like 6 years before I went and saw a shrink. That's because I wanted to.
Right.
That's because I started seeing shit that was wrong. People started telling me some shit was fucked up.
But what if he got beyond the ability of self-recognition? Some people lose awareness.
Right.
The more sick they become, they lose the awareness.
You can't blame that on the military. You can't.
Mental illness?
No. I'm not saying the mental illness. I'm not. We're blaming him killing people. No, you can't blame. Military creates killers every fucking day.
Right.
It should be way more killers out there from what you're saying.
Right. Who was he?
No, it should be way more killers. And not a lot of them are. It should be way more killers on the streets right now. There should be way more deaths by military niggas right now from what y'all talking.
Right.
So, but
that's what I'm saying.
I was looking at it from this perspective too.
Let's not do that.
Like for instance, like people who lost themselves to like heroin or crack, like for instance, I've never done crack or anything like that.
He's a motherfucker.
That's why we ain't seen you in 6 months. That's why we ain't seen you in 6 months.
You doing crack right now with that shirt up your back,
nigga. No, he on that shit.
That nigga Buns is out right now. You doing crack, nigga?
You know why Jesus don't bless you? Because you pray to him with an arch in your back.
That nigga been waiting. Didn't he? That nigga came right. Go ahead,
with an arch in his back?
That nigga was waiting, wasn't he?
That shit written out.
Got the jokes written out.
I'm not going back and forth.
That tight ass shirt. That nigga get excited anytime somebody cut the stove on, nigga.
Hey, you the type of nigga at your house, you got your Pop Warner football trophy on your mantle, nigga. That nigga kids can't put shit up on that mantle, nigga.
That nigga came in here ready. That nigga came in here ready. That nigga came in here ready. That nigga came in here. It's mine. That is mine. Wipe the dust off that. That's mine. Shit. If that nigga DJ Show was a spy, he'd ask for them to put the tracking device in his ass.
Hey, Charlie,
no, put it right there. Find it there. Okay?
I get caught. I'm trying to see how many jokes he got in the notebook. I'm ready.
They're not gonna catch this.
He got a clip. I'm ready. I'll be the one to go ahead. Go ahead. What you got?
This nigga Charlie got a Velcro ponytail he put on every time he meditates.
Go ahead, show.
I knew he had. I wanted you to get something off. I knew he had it. My nigga.
I'm out of this one, bro.
That was funny to the motherfucker, dog.
Clip. I just said you going for 40 tonight.
Going for 40.
You got a clip ready, don't you?
For 40, you got like 27 right now.
I'm out.
So you saying there ain't no system failures? You saying at no time? Because look, me as an individual, if I have a child and that child is fucked up as a result of how I raised the child, and then the child goes into society, goes into school, or goes into public and does something that is as a result of my teaching I'm responsible for that.
Okay.
I'm responsible.
Yes.
Right? So you're saying that the military being responsible for the livelihoods and the and the mental well-being of all these different soldiers, that if somebody slips through the cracks and doesn't get the care that they need and then inflicts harm on someone in society as a result of that negligence, that we can't hold the military responsible for that?
Military? No, I'm not doing that. Who hold that person responsible? Because again, why the fuck ain't I killing people on this
Whose fault is Donor?
I can give you a million niggas. Like
whose fault is Donor?
Say it again.
Whose fault is Donor?
Don't get a Donor. Okay. Donor was military.
Donor is whose fault is Donor? Donor. The person.
Who are these niggas before the military?
Michael Johnson was military.
Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson was military.
Whose fault is Michael Johnson? Michael Johnson. I'm not gonna blame.
So at no point we can't hold society accountable at no point.
I'm not saying society, but you're saying military.
A military is
because
even military.
Not the examples you're sending towards me. That you're presenting today. I don't know. If that's the case, there should be a million niggas on the street killing everybody left and right.
It kind of is right now.
There's only these.
It kind of is.
Come on,
dude.
It kind of is.
Let me answer. First of all, let me answer.
Okay, so it's a million killing on the street.
Let me make it clear. First of all, it's a huge difference between, it's a wide range in military. Military, you have people who were fixing cars. Military, you have people who were on the front line shooting people's head off. So the person that was on the front line shooting somebody's head off is going to have a different mental experience than the person that was somewhere on the boat looking at a screen. It's going to be different. It's going to be a different level of trauma that person's mind faces.
I'm speaking to only the niggas who killed.
Let me finish. When we talk about a lot of our mass killers in America, when we talk about a lot of things like that one of the shootings that happened just a couple weeks ago, we talking about a lot of former military people and that do these killings. And when I say, I'm not going to go so far as to say, I'm not going to one-to-one blame and say, hey, military, it's your fault he did that. But this is what I will do, because it's a range. That's unreasonable. What's reasonable is this. Too many of you motherfuckers, y'all bringing home too many people who's doing a lot of fuck shit on the streets here. So y'all need to fix your system to where you can identify, the ones who are out there on the front lines going through this high level of trauma. Because what Kraig said, when you get so deep into your mental illness, you think you're fine. No. You're not fine. There's no way you can be fine and you kill 40 motherfuckers. You got to go into this special program. If you're the kind of person that, if you have to go through this while you're in the military, you have to come over here. And we have to truly clear your shit. It can't be no voluntary nothing, because if you truly fucked up, you really don't think you fine.
Because you're coming back into a sick society. This society is fucking sick, bro. If there's nothing healthy about the way the shit we have to do to survive.
I think it's two parts.
So time out. For one, like, thumbs up the video, y'all. For
like this shit.
Like, smashed it. Like,
so what y'all are, the narrative y'all are trying to paint right now, at least from what you just said, is that most of the crimes that are being, or most of the killers are on the streets, or most of the murderers are military.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, too high of a percentage are people who's coming off from the military, and is it because they were exposed? But the same of murders, of mass murders, and on top of that, same thing with domestic violence. The overwhelming majority of people who commit domestic violence are police officers. Mm-hmm. So that's a system failure. If you have all these different domestic violence things going on, but 6 out of 10 are cops. Now we gotta go ahead and analyze.
I see what you're saying.
If we have 10 mass shootings, and out of the 10 mass shootings, 6 of them are military, we have to question the system and get smart about how we handle it.
I'm with you on that.
I hear that. Okay, so now since we're talking numbers, so the amount of military people who have this capacity to kill and who've witnessed this trauma doesn't equate to the amount of people who are out here doing these motherfucking mass killings.
Yeah, it does.
So no,
there's a one-to-one connection.
I don't think you realize how
percentages of mass shooters are military.
I don't think you realize how many motherfuckers out there who are killers. Actually, military niggas who come home. So the number should be way more than.
No, it's not about. It's not about what should. Look, if you take it over what should be, nothing ever get fixed.
Why can't we blame the why? I understand the system is fucked up. I'm not. But I'm just saying.
Let's fix it.
For us to sit there and say it's a system. No, it's not a system. Like, nigga, that individual had that individual had a problem. It's not like he killed nobody and thought he was doing anything. Where
did that individual problem stem from?
Let's not act like this nigga thought that he was killing people and it was okay.
No.
We don't know what he was thinking.
Look, what a person feel. Look, fuck this emotion shit. It ain't about what's okay, what's morally right. Oh, fuck all that. What I'm saying is this. I'm not. Somebody say I'm throwing out numbers. Yes, I'm throwing out numbers. You dumbass. I ain't got no stats in front of me. I said if this is a hypothetical for the stupid motherfuckers out there. Hypothetically speaking, when we're talking about mass shooters, there is a disproportionate amount of mass shooters that are ex-military, ex-police officer. So when we know that, then when it comes to these people that do these brain testing, these people get paid millions of dollars to put together tests. They can have all kinds of brain scanners and things that they can put people through to find your likelihood of being on different levels. So if you put someone in bombs, in munitions, if you put someone responsible for wiping out whole fucking towns, they have a different system that they have to come on to and be debriefed from than someone who's in the military, iron and clothes.
How can you?
I would just say to interject to that. Most of the time, when I went in, let's say a lot of motherfuckers was given the option to either go to jail,
right?
So.
Well, that's Army. That ain't no Air Force.
I think a lot of times it's already in the people.
Right.
I think they just become highly trained and more
efficient. That's what I'm saying. The military ain't turn nobody.
So, Brown, you're saying they were like that going in.
Hold on.
I'm saying. I think that could be in them. Like, let's say if you had the option of going to prison or going to the military, you choose to go to the military. You already had something going on with you. Now you just become a highly trained person to be able to do what you need to do.
I agree. So it's an enabler to like that urge to kill.
I think both sides need to be looked at.
But I don't understand how you could be a part of a system and then when it fails they separate you from the system and make it your fault. How was that? We have to operate from a place of fairness. This system has things in place that do not work.
I agree.
And the people that it produces are the proof. How can I, as a person that was failed by the system, be put on trial for something that's the system's fault? How? I didn't have no gun training before I went to the military. I didn't have no gun training. I didn't know how to break a weapon down, put it back together, clean it. I didn't know how to kill a nigga from long range.
But the military didn't teach you how to rape nobody.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is mental illness. There's different levels of mental illness. Once you get to a place where you're far gone and you're experiencing delusions of grandeur and you need help, how can you know you need help when you're not aware of the help that you need?
Can I speak on something real quick? So we talking about PTSD, right?
Right.
So the PTSD, at least like since we're talking about something, we're talking about a specific thing. We're talking about a nigga who was raping and killing people on the street. Like, I don't want to bring it to the whole general. We're talking about this one person, right? It's no way on earth that we can blame the military for this nigga going out and raping and killing. Where the fuck did you learn that? You damn sure didn't learn in the service.
Oh, shit. All the members in the service. Them services full of rape, nigga. They work in the Catholic Church.
I'm not talking about because he was in the service. I was in the service, so I learned to rape. Come on, that doesn't make sense.
Don't put the guarantee. The guarantee. This for everybody out there. The guarantee way to not really understand what's being said is if you interject yourself into it, because it's not about you. It's about a system failure.
Right.
When we talking about a system failure, you can't be personal to anybody. That's fair. When we talk about, look, I remember. I get that. But what I'm saying is this: there have been major stories. Really, if you go back and look, going back to the 90s. Over institutional rape within the military, and then people having to go back and report to the person that's raping them, and there's no way around that. And it's I have a cousin that was raped in the military, a dude that's a cousin that was raped in the 80s, and he got out the military because of that. His mama got him out. But what I'm saying is,
did he go out and start raping people?
Huh? No, he didn't. That's because that wasn't what was in him. But he also wasn't killing nobody in the military either.
It wasn't in him.
But when you combine the killer with somebody who's gone through a military system, and the military has proven that they don't give a fuck about prosecuting people who rape people within the military. That's a major issue that it comes out every few years, it bubbles out, and then the stories quickly die. Again. This isn't about taking nothing personal. It's about it's a lot of people out there who.
So how can we hold the system accountable? Because I feel like
I'm not talking about system, because when we said military, that's when I was like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
Like, if we're just gonna say this one thing, no, fuck, you got the military, you got me fucked up.
Charlie, if your son, check this out. When the incident happened, if your son would have found the gun at 3-4 years old and shot somebody and killed him, what would have happened to you?
As an adult,
in
as
your
his
care,
dad?
right?
Oh, I'm going down.
Right.
If he got the pistol in my care and clap somebody in my house and he 3, then they gonna go after the parent.
Facts.
What happens if I shoot somebody with your gun?
If I shoot
somebody with your gun, what happens to you?
Nothing.
No, if I shoot someone with a gun registered to you,
you
going to jail.
Right,
That's
definitely.
crazy. I just feel
I got to report it stolen. If I don't report it stolen, I'm going to jail. Yeah, definitely.
I hear both sides in this argument. I feel like, and I think Dozie is saying it too. The system does need to be looked at, but we also got to look at what's in the person prior to getting into the system. And that's just what he's saying. I mean, and not just that system, but several systems. People coming from college get the same opportunities as when they go into the NBA. Remember what's the nigga name? Harold Miner, Baby Jordan.
Look just like you.
This nigga Brandyn can't run at night.
Why?
Why not? That nigga can't jog at night. Like, what is this? This get out looking nigga jogging for. That nigga can't jog at night. I don't know. I just came up there. It was random. I don't know. Fuck it. I'm saying that nigga had all that pressure. He came out of college. He had the same access to opportunities in the NBA as everybody else. But as soon as he got in that system, the pressure or whatever it was, he wasn't able to live up to it. And you know what I'm saying? So there's something in that system that was like.
So you think the military should do a better job of who they let in? Is that because we're talking about?
I think so.
We're not saying it's perfect, right? There is flaws in the military. Like you
of course. But to blame the military for this nigga. But raping
how do we keep the military? I look at it like this though.
But Dozie, the point. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sean.
I look at it like this though. Like that. Like I said earlier about the crack shit. You could give one person crack, another person crack, and they might not have the same chemical reaction. Like some people get lost in the sauce where they're on the street growing dreads.
Yeah.
None motherfuckers is like.
That's what happened when you.
Dreadlocks go hand in hand. Okay.
Wait. How many niggas we know with cracking dreads?
Hey. So what you saying? Is this nigga saying that after anybody who
I knew? You know what I mean?
I thought you was describing the nigga who hit LeBron's mama.
Tookie was held accountable for a system failure by the Crips. Because everybody from LA knows that what Tookie was killed, what Tookie was executed for, those crimes he didn't actually commit.
Correct.
But he was held accountable because he was a part of a system called the Crips. And so what I'm saying is,
that's a great fucking point.
How can he be held accountable for something systematically that he wasn't a part of, but a representative of, but our system can't be held accountable for anything?
Charles Manson's very similar because the Manson family, they do the crime, but he didn't technically do it, but he was held in law. He was the one that was sent.
You know how many black children, especially in California, because of that fuck bitch Kamala, is in jail right now because somebody they knew committed a crime. And the way the law works here in California and now throughout the rest of the country is, if someone you were with knowingly commit a crime and you didn't do anything to stop it, you go to jail too. And I was in Gardena. It was the police that did a lockdown. The cats did a little sideshow on 135th and Crenshaw where niggas was spending, but the police caught the motherfucker. And it was innocent people sitting right there. And they were about to tow all the cars. They were like, okay, if you can prove that you called the police to let the police know that there's a sideshow going on, you can go. But if you didn't actively show that you did anything to stop it, you go to jail too. So the law has already set up a precedent to where if things happen that you had some sort of control over and you didn't do anything about it, it comes back on you. So how can we hold the military to a lower standard than we hold people who work at FedEx?
I'm just saying how we can't. It can't be just one thing. If we're talking about system, then let's say system. Don't call out the military.
What's a part of the system?
No, because if you're saying because it's not just the military. It wasn't the military that made that nigga kill nobody. That's all I'm saying.
It was a systematic failure of the military.
It was a couple of things in place.
But see,
it wasn't just one thing. That's because I promise you, if he didn't join the military, he probably would still have been a killer.
But look, the system.
He probably would still been a rapist.
He probably would have got caught after the first one though.
But the system.
He wouldn't have had 11. The military responsible for. Number 1 is on him. Number 10 through 11 is on the military.
The system doesn't allow us neutrality, bro. That's the wrong kind of smart. The system does not allow us as individuals to be neutral. But when there are system failures, they expect us to allow the system to be neutral. Now I'm hands off. I'm in the middle. It wasn't our fault. He did it on his own recognizance. You know what I'm saying? We can't allow the system to continually be neutral when we need retribution for certain things. You know what I'm saying? The system watches people suffer every day financially.
Yes.
The system tells you, do the right thing, but it stays neutral when it's time to provide the resources that will enable you to do the right thing. But as soon as you fuck up, no more neutrality. We're putting you in prison because we're going to make money off you. We're neutral when we need you, but we're not neutral. We're neutral when you need us, but we're not neutral when needed. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I said that right. So I think it's fucked up, bro. We need to stop defending this system that is failing. We need to stop defending it. Whether it's military, police, education, this system is not made for you to win. And if you recognize that, you can have a better chance at winning. But stop, there's a lot of people who are out here suffering mentally because they think that system failures are a personal reflection of their worth. Yeah. Because they're not succeeding within the system. You know what I'm saying? They're failing. Go ahead.
And that's what Les Brown said, man, because, I like listening to public speaking and, it inspires. He said, don't let nobody opinion of you become your reality. You know what I mean? And that right there, because like Les Brown, for instance, he said that he was... what's that shit called? Where they say niggas is retarded, but they use a special
IEP.
Yeah, they said. Yeah, and then he was like, I don't let that, control my life. So I just basically took it a step further and been what society didn't want me to be. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's all about when it comes to certain shit, bro. I feel like some people fall into that opinion of what society tells them they are. You know what I mean? And they feel like they can't do no better.
Yeah, that's real talk. And like what you said, Kraig, earlier about not letting the system define you. Look, when y'all look up the Kerner Commission report about Black America, in that report it says, look, Black Americans, it says in an official government report commissioned by Lyndon Baines Johnson, it said when Black people are given adequate resources, they're very peaceful people, they don't really commit crimes, nothing really happens if we just give them enough to just mind their own business. But when we take things from them, like anything, like any other human being, you put 100 people in the area and only provide resources for 70 and tell the other 30 to work it out. 2 of them 30 gonna kill somebody. You know what I mean? And then when people on the outside of that fishbowl looking, they look like, why all them niggas like that? Nigga, it was only 2 out of 100 in a situation where only 70 was made to eat out of that 100.
Ain't this the same situation?
What was that?
Ain't this the same situation?
Yeah, it's a systematic failure when it comes to the people. When it comes to the crimes in the hood, it's definitely a systematic failure.
No. I mean the 2 out of 100 that's actually killing like your numbers.
It is 2 out of 100. You know what I said when I said
the question.
But I get it.
Military.
Yeah, it's 2 out of 100, but also get what I'm saying too. When I say disproportionate, if it's 2 out of 100 in the military killing, but out of the 10 mass killings, 6 of those 10s were military, 4 with the rest of the society. Then we can easily identify a systematic failure.
Right.
And most of the crimes people commit are crimes of poverty. So when the system says, okay, we already don't have enough jobs for this community that's 50% unemployed, we about to let 11 million more motherfuckers in there to make it even worse for these niggas, and then turn around and say, what's wrong with these niggas?
It's dead presidents.
That's the system that we live in.
Pretty much. That's dead presidents, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
System failure.
System failure, man. You know.
Not a military failure. I'm just saying that.
It ain't no disrespect to the folks in the military.
You just said fix your shit.
Yeah, but we're talking about the hierarchy that runs the military. They're failing, bro.
I think it's sad. Again, that's why I agree on that. We're talking about a specific situation of a nigga who went out and did this, and we tried to say it was because of the military. That's why I was like, oh, wait.
So what suggestions would y'all have if y'all had an opportunity to speak with somebody in the military that was high up in reference to, and if they asked everybody in this room, what would you do to fix the system? What would you suggest? What would y'all say?
It ain't just us. It ain't just military. It's got to be more. I think get some more niggas in here. Get the police in here. Get the.
Okay, so let's just say all of them, police, all forms of military, and if they said, "Look, we want to change our system. We're open to suggestions." What would y'all say to them?
To me, I would say, if anything, make it mandatory. Because I know for Air Force, it was mandatory for me to get some type of debriefing when I got back from Iraq. I don't think it's mandatory. Maybe Brown can tell me, but I don't know if it's mandatory for all.
I think to me, I think it's like the police. Like police, you need better psych training before
that's
you go
what I'm saying.
in.
Yeah,
facts. Because basically, what goes down, like let's say, like the difference between a security guard and police right now. Police their training is only like 8 weeks or something like that. And
it's not long enough.
And like security that you're doing, like my cousin's security, he had to have a
year guard training.
He had to have way more training than the actual police. And then where the system fails is when you take this guy who has little training and then you throw him into the hood. And he's already scared.
Right.
And so when he gets into this environment and he doesn't know how to handle the environment and he's scared, that's the system that put that guy in that environment knowing that he didn't have that training.
Right.
So I think it's at the beginning, it's at the core. It's not at the end of the situation where the person needs to be debriefed down. Because I understand what Dozie's saying. Like you come, you see some shit. I think it's at the beginning where you just that they need to evaluate that person before they go in.
Yeah, it shouldn't be so easy to become a police officer or to be in the military. It's like, because I know it's not. These aren't jobs. These aren't like the positions where they're not desirable. I didn't grow up. Oh, I want to be in the military. I wanted to get the fuck out of my daddy's house. Fuck out of here.
Right.
That was the only niggas was hiring. Real talk. So it's like I wasn't Mr. Patriotic. No. So all y'all niggas talking all Dozie. No, I'm not fucking brainwashed. Fuck that shit. I needed a job. They were paying. I went. So I can't look as a man, as a black man. I can't sit here and be like, oh no, we should. Don't go join. No. If you have no other options, I'm gonna tell go look at the service. I'm not gonna say go join. Go look at the service. Look at that option. So if I would definitely on the opposite spectrum of it, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, nah, it's bad for everybody. No. It is for who it is. I know for a fact that is nobody that comes out of at least from the Air Force. You're not coming out of there with some. You're not military, but you're not coming out here killing people or learning how to rape people and shit.
All I know is when I work mental health, if a child leaves our care and they harm themselves or someone else, guess who can go to jail?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Me. I'm a regular ass nigga.
Wow. Damn.
So when we're talking about systematic failures, the whole point, like I said, for people listening, it's not about taking it on you. It's about understanding. It's a lot of people that go through these systems. These systems know these outcomes are going to happen. It's about telling that system, fix your shit.
Fix your shit.
That's all it is, and then let's move on.
Because what you say, you joined the military to get out your dad's house. What was the other reason?
There was no other reason.
You said they're paying. They're
hiring. Oh well, yeah. I mean, like it's the same shit. Like I needed a job that would pay me enough to get out of my father's house.
System failure.
I was fresh out of high school. I don't have the resources.
The necessary resources for him to make an informed decision for himself. So he joined the military, not necessarily out of desperation, but the system wasn't providing the necessary resources for him to make the decision that he really wanted to make. Right. So we start off from a failed position, and then we're expected to win.
Damn.
I think that started off with school. I think that started off with school too. Because why I say that is because school don't give us a trade. You know what I'm saying? Like all the shit we like 90% of the shit that we learn in school, we can't take that shit into the real world. You know, it's nothing you need. So I'm looking at from Dozie perspective, it's like shit, you ain't teach me none of this shit I really wanted to know, but that's a lot of people's perspective. That's mine too. Yeah. Like when I got out, I became a custodian, you know what I'm saying? Because my mom filled out my application on my mama, like, you know what I'm saying? I still don't know how to fill out an application. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was consistent to stand there, but I just knew I didn't want to be there. But me being a custodian, I was like, it's not what I want to do, but shit, it's the only thing that's keeping me out the streets. You know what I mean?
Niggas join the military for the same reason that bad bitches fuck with niggas that got bread. They're looking for some type of stability. They're looking for some type of, comfort that shit is going to be okay. They're looking for the closest thing to a guarantee that they can find that life is going to be a smooth, effortless, struggle-free situation.
There's like me, and then there's the other one who's like, no, nigga, this is my country. I love this shit. I die for this shit.
But those are niggas who join for the right reason.
I love America. I join for the right reason.
That's what I'm saying.
I join for the right reason.
If you guys can look it up, I don't know how you can find it.
Damn.
I can't tell you guys how to find it, but I saw when Frontline used to be on PBS. Frontline used to have all these specials on Frontline PBS. They did a whole documentary on why people join the military, and really going back to Kraig's systematic failure. There are parts of this country that this country intends to permanently keep poor, because if these motherfuckers stay poor, they're going to have to come to the military. Yeah. So there's a system failure that leads people to even having to join to the military to begin with.
If you make a certain amount in the military, they'll ask you to get out.
Yeah.
Like if you start making if you got some other shit, like if you win the lottery or some shit, they're gonna come to you. All right, you might wake up because it's like, what can we tell you? Like you making more than anybody here, so it's like you might So you can't look at country based off how much money. No trust. Some weird shit, right?
It's about
that's a system.
That's not a system failure to you.
No, it is. But I'm not going to direct it at just one. We're saying military is why this thing. No, but that's the military is a system. So let me say this: military is a system failure. Police, I'm just saying all of them. Like we were talking about a certain situation.
You're missing. I found out.
I'm not missing point. I'm not missing point. I'm just saying we were talking about a direct situation. So this direct situation, this guy didn't kill nobody because he was in the military.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
This is where you're wrong. So
that's what I'm saying.
I was with you until you said that. So the reason why you're wrong is because if you're saying if you can make a certain amount of money, you can't qualify for it, then there's a reason that we know they view poor people as expendables.
Yeah.
So them wanting that to overload it, and when you put poor people in a certain situation, there's more crime, there's more this and that. So if what you're saying is true, which I believe is true, then they're an enabler for bad shit to happen because people are already programmed to do bad shit, because statistically showing people in underprivileged societies are more likely to do crime. So they're actually inflating that ideology on those people, which is why they would probably want somebody with no money than somebody with money.
They want somebody who you can control.
That's a system. Okay, then that's a system.
I'm not saying that, but we're talking about a nigga who went and raped and killed motherfucker. Didn't nobody tell? We're talking about raping and killing.
No, we're talking.
So we're blaming this nigga. We're blaming these people getting raped and killed off of the military. That's what we're saying right now.
They're not recruiting healthy people.
Correct. Are we blaming this man raping and killing people off the military? That's all I'm saying.
No. Well, look, what I'm saying is, when can we hold the system accountable for failure?
I agree.
But the way
here's where I blame the system.
Real quick, Don. So if I'm an alcoholic, right, and I go to a bar and tell the bartender I'm an alcoholic, and they continue to still serve me alcohol,
they have to go to jail.
They fucking know I'm an alcoholic. Nothing's gonna happen to them. They're just enabling my urge.
So wait. You said nothing's gonna happen to them?
If I'm a bar,
is he wrong?
No. You can lose
an enabler.
Then you can lose. No. So a bartender, you can lose your liquor license if you continue to serve people who are drunk.
No, it was drunk. But I'm saying I shouldn't be serving this person alcohol regardless.
Yeah.
Whether they get drunk or not. If they're telling me I'm an alcoholic and I'm still serving them, then I'm doing something that I'm doing something wrong, unethical. So them knowing that people are fucked up and hey, I'm gonna give you a gun, I'm gonna teach you this way, I'm gonna teach you this. I'm creating this is Universal Soldier, bro. I'm creating a fucking monster. And then listen what I'm saying. You can't just say get the fuck out of here. Like you gotta listen. So then
he said this shit's so polite.
If they could only adapt in a structure that they have a sergeant over them and stuff like that, knowing that if they don't have that when they go back home, they can be a loose cannon. That's what's fucking happening, bro. Right. So they don't have that. So what you think they don't know what could happen if they don't have that guidance, knowing they're fucked up to begin with?
What I'm saying is.
No, but answer that.
I'll answer Dozie questions for him.
One at a time.
No. I'm saying, yeah, of course they know.
Okay.
Hey, Dozie.
That's a possibility, yes, but that isn't the no. That's not what happens every fucking day. And on top of that, it's not like you're an individual. I didn't force you to come and join this shit. You came out. You came out of.
No, we don't know because sometimes they work for us to join. Hey, but I'll say this. Look, here's where
you have a choice. You either go to jail or go to the military.
Well, it's been forced.
That's not a force.
Here's choice. If a person has no way of making a means for themselves, you provide them means. That's kind of it's a false choice, but it's a choice. But I'm saying this is why I do blame the system. If he wasn't trained to kill by the military, he probably would have only got away with 1 or 2. He became a serial killer. Yes, I am. No, I am going there. No, I am going there because the military. We forget about John Lee Malvo, the DC sniper. Where did that motherfucker learn how to snipe people? Right. In the military. If it weren't for the military, he'd have had to do head up phase, so he probably wouldn't have killed nobody. Right. So the fact that he got taught from the military how to shoot motherfuckers from 600 yards away, yeah, I'm blaming them motherfuckers for that. No. Most people, look, these poor people, they can't afford. First of all, they can't afford the kind of gun. Money. They're not going to afford the training. They're not going to afford. They don't even know where to go to get that shit done. Micah Johnson, the person that shot them police officers in Dallas, this motherfucker did it from long range because he was trained on how to kill niggas from long range.
They call that nigga Doze W. Bush.
All I'm saying, man.
Doze W. Bush.
All I'm saying is, if somebody will watch you starve and get to a point where you're doing anything to survive, and they had the resources to help you before they get to that point, you got to question if that motherfucker really love you or not.
I say
you know what I'm saying? Right. On that note, we're going to end the show. On that note, we're going to end the show. Tell them where they can find you, bro.
Yo, what's up, man? This will be your boy, The Real DJ Show.
It's Show.
Hey, you know what
Welcome
I'm
back.
saying? Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Don't kick no crackhead. That's what I just want to tell y'all.
So what happened, man? Your polio flared up?
Man. I see that nigga. Go ahead.
He ready. He loaded. He ready.
My nigga Kraig got a nose longer than Will Chamberlain's sex record, nigga.
Oh, my nigga. Oh.
I wish you would, Charlie.
I wish you would, Charlie. Let's talk right into it then. You got certified to be a massage therapist in jail, nigga. Soft ass hands, nigga. You got a shirtless poster of Tim Duncan on your wall right now, nigga.
Hey,
what, nigga? You pull up to the gym and get the closest parking space you can get, nigga. Get him. That nigga don't want no cardio. Like, I'm gonna pull up to the closest spot.
No cardio.
No cardio.
All heavy lifting, nigga.
Every Thursday night, you open up your ass to the pink and send out pics to every nigga you know.
All right, let me get back.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Charlie the type of nigga that run a train on a bitch and kiss his nigga while he doing an art. That nigga grandma's a pigeon training champion, nigga.
They hit him with the jelly.
Hey, we don't know why, but Charlie let niggas swipe an ATM card through the crack of his ass like it's a Nelly tip drill video.
It's a little long. That little stutter fucked it up, but I'm with you.
Hold on, let me get one more. Charlie got a custom-made belly button ring that chimes every time the wind hits it.
All right. Hey, Dozie the only person in this room that can read hieroglyphics, nigga.
The show made a fortune off hospital bed batteries.
Hey, Kraig. Hey, your nose so long, if you laid on your face, you'd be 6'8".
Yeah, that was funny, nigga. That was funny to motherfucker.
When DJ Show got baptized, his pastor was wearing a Speedo, nigga.
That nigga Charlie. Hey, that nigga Charlie part of a gay motorcycle gang called the Long Rod.
I love when show was on, dog.
Oh, man.
That nigga came with a clip today, my nigga. That shit, my nigga.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, if y'all want to get free radio play, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to get y'all music review, man, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. I do music reviews every night. Independent artists got a Spotify playlist for these niggas, you know what I mean? So if you got music, you know what I'm saying, and want to get reviewed, we do Gas or Trash every day, 5 p.m. on Instagram. Follow me, The Real DJ Show. See if your music is gas or trash. And when you get in my live, share the live out if your mama not selling that snappy nappy dugout.
Yeah.
Hey, Show! Show dropped 40 today.
Hey, he did.
Show dropped 40.
He did.
Two missed free throws.
Yeah. He went 1 for 3 from the free throw line, but he got 40. He got 40, you know? Dewan B on YouTube, hotepish.com for this dope ass merchandise and shit.
Hey,
go to that, get that, and then starting in that beginning of March, my drum sample packs are gonna be out. I don't know the website link yet. I can get that shit to y'all. So for y'all producers out there that want that live funky ass drum sound, holla at me in my sample packs.
For sure. Hey, check me out on IG at IAM Charlie Newhart, man. Hey, listen, I appreciate everybody for subscribing to my YouTube. I'm dropping a video a day. Check me out on YouTube at Charlie Newhart. I appreciate y'all.
Hell yeah.
Yo, Che Bukwenu.
Hey!
Yo, real quick, let's talk about Dunk real quick. Dunk got the album coming out this weekend, right?
Damn, it does come out this weekend.
Sapiosexual, yeah.
So let's go ahead, Dunk, man. We love you, man. Sapiosexual coming out on the 14th. Shit, man, I love everybody, man. Y'all know where to find me. Regular_DOZ. Shout out to this nigga Chuck. Chuck only fuck with bitches from hotchristiansingles.com, nigga.
You know what? You probably wrote that shit down yesterday,
I
too.
thought that shit when he said something about me. I was like, let me get this nigga. Let me cook this nigga.
That nigga Charlie got a pH balance.
Damn. I'm gonna let y'all get him off, dog. That was funny to the motherfucker, man.
Oh shit.
That was solid, my nigga. I
love everybody, man. Y'all know
that was solid.
Instagram is B12 World, letter B12 World. We had a good show, man. We appreciate Show coming back from the broken leg. If you're looking to buy a car, go to the website, TheeKraigSmith.com. Go to the how-to page. We're helping out hundreds of people right now. We're trying to get it to the thousands. Everybody's like, they've been pretty happy with the service they're getting. Just put in the description. If you want to put an ad or sponsor the podcast, go to the website, TheeKraigSmith.com. Go to the contact page or book the bright yellow button that says Book Kraig Smith. Put in the description if you want Kraig to host a comedy show, do a comedy show, drop a sponsorship on the podcast. Go to the website, TheeKraigSmith.com.
Yeah, man, check the website out, man. Appreciate y'all supporting, man. Love y'all, man. Show.
Hey, don't say no more funny jokes. I'm gonna have to smell this nigga's armpits when the next time. Don't say no more funny jokes.
Hey, this the only nigga I know that could get a McRib any time of the year.
Good. This nigga smell like garbage truck tires over here sitting next to me. Every time he swing his arms, I gotta get a whiff of this shit, boy.
Nigga, is stupid.
Glad to have you back,
Hey man, hey, glad to have you back, man.
That nigga Show ain't got no washcloths or towels in his house. the nigga wash up and dry off with paper towels and shit.
That nigga stupid.
I don't know.
That nigga don't care about how he dressed. He just come out the same way he came out last week. You don't ever look at yourself in the mirror. That nigga was like,
Hey, Show got his dog's old pacemaker in his chest.
nigga stupid.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
That nigga Kraig.
1 year anniversary, man. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah,
Shout out to
1 year
everybody in the
anniversary,
chat.
man.
We appreciate y'all, man.
Shit.
1 year we've grown so tremendously, man.
It's been beautiful, man.
It's been awesome. It's been an awesome journey,
man. Look, if I owe you something, I'm not gonna be able to give it to you, but if you want it, you can get it from God, nigga. That's been this episode.
Hey!
I got the piss like a motherfucker. Great show.
What y'all doing? What y'all got?